Welcome back to another episode of The Perspective. I am your host, Brooklyn 80s, back with another good episode for you guys today. Today was the Wnba draft. Chicago Sky got Hailey Van Lith. And a couple other pieces. We're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's let some people pile in here. We're going to have a good time, man. I'm going to give you my analysis. I know a lot of people been breaking this draft down all day, but, you know, y'all come to me for a different perspective. You feel me? At number 10, we got Aja Suska. I think it's how they pronounce her name. Aja Suska. And then at number 11, we got Hailey Van Lith. And then at number 16, they went with Maddie Westbeld. And I don't want to butcher the girl's last name, but at number 22, we got Aisha from Texas A&M. Very interesting draft. A lot to break down here. A lot of people was disappointed with this draft. It's curious. We only got 2 roster spots. We used all 4 picks. So it's a little curious what Jeff got up his sleeve. You know? But I think Hailey Van Lith was a good pick, though. I think Hailey Van Lith was a good pickup. A lot of people was afraid to get another quote unquote small guard, but I think she was a guard we needed. She was pretty much the highlight of the night. Pairing her back up with Angel, I think, is a good thing. This is going to be interesting, too, for the popularity of the Sky, because Angel and Hailey is 2 of the most popular players in women's basketball. So that's going to be interesting what happens to the Sky now as far as the fan base goes. This is about to be like a rock star team. Getting Hailey on this team, so everybody pile in here, get comfortable. And let's start talking about this. Let's start talking about this draft, man. Angel Reese and Hailey reunited once again. Once again, my name is Brooklyn 80s. For all the new people watching, I talk women's basketball. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You know, I feel like I bring something a little different than what everybody brings. So, you know, you get a unique take when you come to the perspective. Also, I tried to tell y'all about Cheyenne Sellers, man. I told y'all see them 6'2s and y'all lose your mind, man. Bob Jones, what's up? Bob Jones says Sky are officially a super team with Hailey Van Lith on the team. Every game in Bulls Arena when available. From now on, Reese MVP of the league and championship game. Heard you, Bob. Paige, what's up, Paige? Paige, one of my loyal supporters. I'm gonna have to give you a wrench, Paige. Paige says, how would you rate the picks we got? I would rate this a C minus. I don't think this was a good draft at all, Paige. I'm happy with Hailey Van Lith. I think that was a good draft. The other picks, I don't quite understand what Jeff was thinking, but we're gonna try to make sense of it. I will say the last pick we got is an interesting pick because I can't pronounce the young lady name. I don't want to butcher her name, but Kubali. Aisha Kubali, if I'm saying her name correctly. She's actually a tough. I seen her play a little bit. She's actually like a tough defender. So I like that. I do like the fact that we ended up getting defense. I like the fact that we ended up getting. I told you, Paige. We're gonna get into that. Everybody see these 6'2" point guard, but that just shows you basketball IQ, right? A lot of people don't understand the game of basketball. They just think you need size. They think you need size and defense and size. It's like no. And obviously the GMs agree with me, right? Nobody would have ever predicted Cheyenne Sellers to go with 17th. She was a 17th pick to the Valkyrie. Nobody. Sundell, I forget what pick she was. I forget what number pick, but she went to the Seattle Storm. Nobody would have ever predicted that. I'm surprised Zay Green went so low because I think she was the best 6'2". Shout out to Madison Scott. Let me be the first one to tell you. I don't know if anybody else said it, but I ain't had nobody else say this. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm the first one to say this. The Las Vegas Aces is the winner of the draft, man. And they ain't even have a first round pick. They the winner of the draft. The Las Vegas Aces walked away with a hell of a draft, man. I was impressed with the picks. They got Harmony Turner and Aaliyah Nye. They walking away with that. The other teams leaving those players on the board. Hey, shout out to the Las Vegas Aces, man. They had a real smart draft, and it's funny. This is why I'm not a fan, right? This is why I'm not a fan of organizations. I'm a fan of players. I'm not a fan of organizations. And it's because of shit like this. If you a Las Vegas Aces fan, you happy right now. You happy right now. Give me 1 second, John. Let me turn my air on. It's pretty hot here. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Drop the link. I got you, bro. Yo, listen. This show is a participation show. Y'all not listening to me talk today. I want y'all to come up to the panel page. I want you on the panel page. Pull up. This is a participation show today. But yeah, this is why I'm not a fan of organizations, because what's up, my brother?
Hey, man.
This is why, hey, bro, Claude, this is why I'm not a fan of organizations, because depending on who you a fan of today, you either happy with what your team did or you miserable. You like, what the hell is my GM doing? You get what I'm saying? This is why I'm a player fan, because me living in New York City, you know, bro, Claude, because you done seen the Knicks longer than me. The Knicks made bad decision after bad decision. I would be depressed if I was a Knicks fan. Thank God I'm a player fan, right? The Knicks, I ain't allowed the Knicks to depress me. So that's why when I look at what happened today, it's certain GMs where you could be like, oh, that's a smart GM. I like him or her as a GM. And there's certain GMs that you scratching your head like, what the hell are they thinking? Right? So I say all that to say, I think the Las Vegas Aces won the draft today. The moves the Las Vegas Aces made, I was impressed. I was like, okay, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. I'm happy for UConn. I think UConn won in day. I'm happy UConn was able to get 3 players in the WNBA. The girl, I'm gonna butcher her name because she's from overseas. Uste Osete, if I said it correctly, I think she fell to the right place. I had her going to Connecticut. I felt like the Connecticut coach was going to draft Foreman. He surprised me. He didn't. But I like her going to where she went. I was surprised, but I'm happy for her because I feel like you already know. You know. First of all, you from Chicago, bro, Claude. Y'all like us, man. Y'all built tough. Anissa's gonna go to Connecticut and turn that thing on, just like how she had to do. You seen what Angel had to do with Chicago last year, how they treated her. You talked about it, right? That's what Anissa gonna do in Connecticut. She gonna turn that around. Absolutely. And I like her going there. Absolutely. I like her going there with Ryan Marshall. That's tough. That's almost like an Angel Camilla type of a front court, right? So I like that. I think they tough. I think they're gonna be tough, right? But yeah, I don't have a loser yet. I gotta figure out who's the loser. It might be us when I think about it, but I need to figure out who's the loser. Now we can't be a loser because I think Hailey Van Lith was a good pickup. And I gotta give you credit, bro, Claude, because you stayed 10 toes down. Oh yeah. You stay, you stay. Listen, hey,
but
bro,
I'm gonna give you some though. I'm gonna give you some. You said Sifka. You said Sifka.
Okay,
I made it on all the lives. I said it. I gave you your props. I don't know if you tuned in. I say, hey, shout out to Brooklyn.
I appreciate you, brother.
I say Brooklyn called it.
You know I gotta gloat. Because
you called it.
You ain't not with Sifka, not with you, but some of your counterparts. We ain't gonna name no names, but you gonna know.
Right.
I tried to tell him Cheyenne Sellers. Everybody was trying to tell me she gonna go so high, and I was like, I don't think. I was like, she not that she a bad player. She not a bad player, bro, Claude. But everybody think just because you 6'2", you could ball. Everybody 6'2", and I'm not saying she can't ball, but she not as good as everybody thinks she is.
I didn't like her daddy, and I didn't want her. Her daddy dissed Mike, and you forever burnt up in Chicago.
Heard you.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, everybody welcome. I was
ahead.
letting the chat know real quick. Everybody welcome to come up and join this conversation, man. This is an open discussion today. I want to hear people's opinions today. This ain't just watch me talk. If y'all want to watch me talk, cool. But if y'all want to come up and join this conversation with me and Bro Claude, come up and join the conversation, man. We talking about this drive. Get Bro Claude.
I'm
gonna play a video in a second too.
I told all the brothers, they all thought they thought that I was a madman. Look at him, he over there climbing. Look at him. Did I tell him he was gonna blow it? The only one he gonna get is Hailey. Did I say it?
We gotta figure out what his logic is, though. We gotta figure out the logic.
Listen, I cannot. I told you this, little bro, the whole time. The man will give me an aneurysm, a heart attack, and a stroke at the same time, trying to figure out his mind. But I told you he was gonna get Hailey. I say, watch what Hailey do. Before the season started, I say, Hailey gonna have some get back at TCU. She took him to the 8. You got what I'm saying? Then I said she gonna become a Chicago Sky. She became a Chicago Sky. And then I said he gonna wet the bed with the rest. I say you might be right on Sifka. I say I told you on your live. I say I don't know about Sifka. You could tell me. You was like, no, she good, bro, Claude. She could get it done. She could do this. You could do this. I said, okay, well, I could believe you. So that means that he wet the bed the rest of the picks.
Well, no, I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I was saying,
I like Maddie.
No, hold on. I was saying that I like Maddie. I actually like all these players. It's not that they bad players. It's really about the fit. That's a question mark for me. So it's not the players. So let's get back to Sifka though. Or Suska. Suska is how they say it. Here's my thing about Suska. So it's things I like about her and it's things I don't. Right? And here's what I like about her. She's arguably the best shooter in this draft. Right? It's people who rival. You got Tahina Pow, you got Leah Nye. There's people who rival her shooting, but she's right there with them. Like she's in that class of shooter, right? So that's what I like about her. What I'm nervous about, bro, Claude, is she's one of those tweener players that don't have a position. Who do she guard? You get what I'm saying? She's not Phoebich. She got Phoebich body type, but I don't know if she could guard a 3 like Phoebich can, and I don't know if she could guard a 4. Right, so that's what scares me with her. She reminds me if I could do a male comp to her, it's Dirk Nowitzki, right? Man, I remember when Dirk Nowitzki early when he was with the Mavericks, he played the 3, and then Cone, but he played the 3, and then eventually they moved him to the 4. And the only thing that kept Dirk going is the fact that he was so great offensively that it was okay that he really couldn't defend like that. It was okay. He was so good. So Suska is going to have that same type of, either she's going to have to develop some defensive skill or she's gonna have to be so great offensively that we just like, okay, she's gonna score more than she give up, right? She's gonna have to end up being one of those players because my concern with the way he drafted is he pretty much drafted two power forward types with small forward skills. Right. They both power forwards and they both got small forward skills. And I'm like, I don't know if that was a need for us. Now I do get the floor spacing aspect. I understand that 1000%, but it was a bunch of floor spaces in this draft. You ain't have to go that route, right? You could have got threes that spaced the floor, like Aaliyah Nye, who he didn't pick, right? He could have picked her, right? So that's my concern. How are they gonna fit in? How are they gonna defend? Now we only got 2 roster spots, 2. So now the question mark is, out of these 4, obviously we know Hailey Van Lith gonna make the team. So out of the 3, who makes the team? You get what I'm saying? Like
Maddie makes the team, and then said that she's probably not gonna come around this year.
You think
she's gonna wait till next year. That's what the word was. So we got a 10th pick with a person not coming, possibly not coming. They said possible. So let me tell y'all, chat. They said possible. So we got a person at 10 that's possibly not coming this year. Will be coming next year, but not possibly coming this year because of her contract, right? We got Hailey Van Lith that's going to fill up seats because of her story.
Not only her story, Brokaw, she one of the most popular women players. Yeah, so you add that to Angel. Imagine the popularity of this Chicago team now, right? This gonna be a rock star team.
Butts and seats, right? And then you got Maddie Westbelt from down the street, from Indiana. You got Maddie. So Indiana is all of Indiana support their players. All of Indiana. So you got. I think that Maddie Westbelt was more of a political call also because she gonna put ass in seats. She's gonna do that.
Like I said, I like Maddie, but but look, here's the thing though, Bro Claude. Our 4th pick,
leading scorer on Texas A&M.
I think you say her name, Aisha. I think it's Aisha Coulibaly, if I'm not mistaken. Aisha Coulibaly is not a bad pick. She might have, that's a pick that might have go over people's heads because they might not know a lot about her, right?
I don't.
Here's one thing that you need to know about her. 1, she's a dog on defense. She's tough on defense, right? Offensively, her only issue is, and it's like most people in this draft, so similar to like a Sanaya Rivers, she got a really good mid-range. She got to extend that to the 3 if she's gonna play the 3-4. Let's just say in a perfect world, right? Perfect world, she turns into a 2-way player, a la, and I'm not saying as good as because I'm very high on what's the girl name on the Aces? I forget her name. Jackie Young. I'm very high on Jackie Young, so I'm not saying she's going to be that good, but she's that type of player, meaning she could lock you up on the offensive end, and she got on the defensive end, and she got solid offensive skills, but she don't shoot the 3 ball that well. That's an issue. She had to extend that to the 3. She's similar to Michaela Onyewede, but she might even be a little better, right? She might be a little better than Michaela, but she's similar to Michaela. You get what I'm saying? So that's a sneaky good pick too. The question mark though is we have only 2 roster spots, so it's like everybody can't fit. We know Hailey making the team, like you said. You think Maddie making the team, right? Unless he's getting rid of Jefferson, yeah. Unless he find a way to get rid of Jefferson, everybody.
No, he gonna talk that up. He gonna pay her own out.
Let me let y'all see. For the people who don't know how she played, this is cool. This is Coulibaly. She's. I seen her play throughout this. Like you know, I like to scout, so I went and looked her up throughout the season. So I already know about her. She's pretty good. Like I said, she's tough. She's tough on defense, but don't shoot the belt. As you can see, she a mid range. She shoot that mid range. She just got to extend that to 3 on the next level. You get what I'm saying? BD Sports, what's going on, buddy?
You take your medicine.
Listen, bro, I'm not gonna crash out on you. I was trying to save that for your last show, but y'all wasn't trying to hear me crash out. Here's my take, and I'm gonna be quick about this.
You must be talking to Bro Claw, because I don't know what you're talking about.
You know these people on this side, they know that I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, so they think because
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hold on, wait, let me finish.
No, but I'm saying you welcome on my channel, brother. Caitlin Clark.
No, here's the thing though. They think because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan that I'm a Fever fan. They seem to get that conflated when I'm a Liberty fan.
I told them that, BD.
But everybody seems to think that, he's a Fever fan because he's a I've never been a Fever fan. I just want to put that out there for folks that keep getting it confused. They think I'm some kind of Fever fan. I'm not. I'm a Liberty fan. Now, as for the Sky, I think they had a horrible, horrible night drafting. They could have did so much better than what they did. And here's my take. And I don't know if you're going to agree with it or not, but this is what I'm looking at.
Let me go ahead.
I don't think Jeff is trying to build this team around Angel Reese. I think he picked HBL to satisfy Angel Reese, but I think in the long term, he's not trying to build this team around Angel Reese. This draft suggested to me that he's trying to build around Camila Cardoso. That's what it looked like to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because these picks don't fit Angel Reese's style. If you want to just talk about on a basketball sense, none of these picks but HBL fit Angel Reese's style of ball play. None of them. And secondly, 3 of these girls probably not going to even play. The European chick they picked at 10th, she's probably not going to even play. She's going to get cut. The other girl probably not going to even play. She's not going to get cut, but she ain't going to play. HBL is going to be the only person who sees some playing time. So pretty much I just wasted 3 draft picks on people that aren't going to play. So for me personally, the Sky effed up big time. Big time. Unless they got a trade in the works for another veteran that they could bring in for these draft picks, I don't see what they're doing, bro. Not for real.
They doing what you said. They doing what you said. The fix is in. The fix is in.
I've been saying that.
You was right. You was right.
I've been saying that.
You was right.
Listen, I respect that take. I kind of thought a little bit of the same when I was watching the draft. I was like, I'm not sure if this is Jeff's, basically saying that either. I wouldn't say. So this is what I thought, and it was similar to what you thought, but just a little bit different. The way I saw these draft picks go is almost like either Jeff, like you said, is building around Camilla, or he's building around Angel, right? Because these picks fit with one of them. Now, you get what I'm saying? Like, basically, in other words, what I'm saying is he looked like he want to stretch the floor, right?
You do.
And if you want to stretch the floor, you need, it's gonna, when you got Elizabeth Williams there already, and you got Angel and Camilla, those other players is like, when do they get minutes? It's weird. So in order for them to get minutes, somebody got to go out of that 3. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So whether it be Angel, whether it be Camilla, somebody got to go. So I do see him thinking about getting rid of one of them. I don't know if he's dead set on it's got to be Angel. I think he's dead set on it got to be one of them.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think he want to run with the 2 inside bigs.
Everybody who watch basketball, especially women's basketball, know that 2 bigs in the paint is a crowd. 2 in the pivot is a crowd. You can't have 2 post players that exclusively are post players, and you need space for them to operate. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't have 2 bigs in the post at all times. Like that you don't have space to operate that way. And from looking at these picks, this is not an Angel. Van Lith was definitely a AR pick for sure. That was to keep AR happy. Period. I don't care what nobody say. Van Lith was about keeping Angel Reese happy. But the rest of these picks, I think they trying to build around Cardoso. That's just what I see.
In my opinion, I think I agree with you that it's a pick that Angel Reese likes, but I wouldn't say it's just because that's selling HVL short. HVL is a good player. You get what I'm saying? So I think when you look at the point guards that was on the board, she was the next best one. And that's another thing. You actually just reminded me about a take that I want to make again. With these 6'2 players, everybody been so high on, right? Everybody was so high on Cheyenne Sellers, and then after Cheyenne Sellers, it was Serena Sundell, right? And I tried to tell people, I'm like, yo, they not that good. They not as good as you think they are, right? Not to say that they bad, but they not as good as you think they are. And look at the 2 point guards that went first in this draft. The one that everybody said too little. Georgia Amon was the 5th pick?
Right.
Oh, she too little. Everybody talking about the GMs don't think the GMs think she could play. Right? And then look, the next one is HVL. So that's why I'm saying I do agree with you that the pick was an Angel pick, but I do think it wasn't a charity pick, if that is what I'm saying. HVL could play is what I'm saying. Like,
no. HVL can play, and she wasn't a charity pick, but she was definitely an Angel Reese pick.
Yeah, no,
because
absolutely.
you got to keep your start. You got to keep the face of your franchise happy.
No, absolutely.
And that was to keep the face of your franchise happy for now. But here's my thing. You wasted 3 whole draft picks on folks that aren't going to get no playing time. So at least, unless you got a trade in the works,
right,
I don't see where any of this could go other than them building around Cardoso at this point. Because them other 3 draft picks don't fit AR style. Well, they just don't.
First of all, to your point, we only got 2 roster spots anyway. We don't have 4 roster spots. So it's like, regardless of what, two of them not making the roster unless he's making a trade, like you said, unless he gonna move some pieces around. 2 of them not making a roster regardless. We got 10 people under contract. You only can sign 12.
Because here's my thing. Atkins was a wonderful trade. I think Ariel Atkins will unlock the sky. Because she's a really good talent. She could create her own shot. She could pass the ball. She could facilitate. She could do a lot of things, Ariel Atkins. All she needed was a spot-up shooter for her to leak out to and a big to throw the ball into. And she could pretty much you could run your offense through her. And she'll create the space for AR or Cardoso to get points. You understand what I'm saying? And she's going to put up enough shots for AR to get rebounds, because at the end of the day, whether y'all want to take this or not, AR is by far the greatest rebounding woman ever to play basketball. So she's going to get a lot of misses. She's going to clean up a lot of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to play to that. Absolutely. My thing is, don't run your offense through Angel Reese. That would be a mistake. Teresa Weatherspoon tried that and it failed miserably. Run your offense through Ariel Atkins.
Let me ask you a question. Did you watch
the chips fall where they may?
Did you watch her in college?
Yeah, Angel Reese in college. Yeah, I watched her in college.
Okay, because a lot of people, listen, if that's your take, I won't push back on it then. The only reason why I asked you that is because most people who say that didn't watch her. They don't know. But I watched her in college. Now, in LSU, they ran their offense through Angel Reese, and it worked, right? Yeah. But it's college. No. See, all right. So let me explain something to you. And again, if I don't change your mind, it's cool. I'm gonna just give you what my page is, what my channel is called, perspective, right? So I'm gonna just give you some perspective. If I don't change your mind, it's cool. The reason why it may look like, if you just focus on that first season, that you can't run your offense through Angel is because Angel had the biggest adjustment coming in the league than anybody. She's not 6'7" like a Camila Cardoso, where she's just bigger than everybody and she could bully, right? And she's not coming into the league a la, you said you're not a Fever fan, but you like Caitlin Clark, right? She's not coming into the league like Caitlin Clark, where all Caitlin Clark had to do was play her position, right? She played the position Caitlin Clark been playing her whole life is the same position Caitlin Clark had to play in a W. So yeah, it was a rookie transition a little bit, but once she kind of got comfortable, she was fine. The difference with Angel Reese is Angel Reese went from basically playing a center in college, right? She played for a little bit in college too, right? When they had other players out there on the floor with her. But a lot of times Angel was playing a center in college against girls that was around her size. And she had to come into the league and switch to the 4 primarily and play against women that's a lot bigger. So that's why she struggled. That's why it seemed like, you can't run your offense through her. But give her some time to adjust and give her some time. I think we can, in other words, watch how she look in season 2, right? her able to assess, learn the things she need to learn, because in college all she had to do was bully, and she was able to get a layup. You can't bully grown women. They still swat. After you think you bullying, they still swatting your shot. You see what I'm saying? So she had to really revamp her game, and that's why it seemed like you can't run. But give her some time, and you're gonna see a different Angel. Like I said, I'm not trying to change your mind.
No. Look, I've never been an AR hater, and I don't think you are. I don't think you are. Seem to misconceive me because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. That automatically makes me an AR hater, and I've never been that. And I'm tired of being accused of that. I'm tired of having Angel Reese fans paint us Caitlin Clark fans with a broad brush. You understand what I'm saying? Like we don't watch basketball.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let me tell you this though. Understand that this is me and you first. I've seen you in K-Sap's chat before, but I never met you. You get what I'm saying? We never really had a conversation. So take this from me. I don't judge people based off of other people. I judge people based off what you showed me. So don't feel like when you come in my chat, you got to be defensive, because I'm only going to judge you based off what you showed me. I don't know you to be a hater. So I'm not going to treat you like one until you show me that. You get what I'm saying? It's a bunch of Caitlin Clark fans that be in my chat and we chop it up. We cool. You know what I mean? I have Real Money. Real Money can tell you. Real Money's a Caitlin Clark fan. I met him in another chat, right? Where he was wilding out in another chat, but I was able to see Real Money a few times. I see he's cool. So I don't got no issue with Real Money on my chat. He's a Caitlin Clark fan, right? You got Aussie. Aussie, I haven't seen Aussie in a while, but that's my guy. Caitlin Clark fan. A lot of people that's in my chat is Caitlin Clark fans. And as long as you cool, we could disagree, we could argue, but it's a way to do it. You feel me? As long as you cool, it's no problem. But every once in a while, you know them, you see them, you get the trolls that come in here that just say some racist shit. They say some disrespectful shit. Well, my energy totally different with them.
All right, well, here's the problem I be seeing.
I don't care who you a fan of.
Now, the problem on these YouTube streets is that you have one set of content and then you have a counter set of content. You got folks on the Caitlin Clark blazing bandwagon that's all they want to do. They want to big up Caitlin Clark at Angel Reese's expense, right? And then you go on the other side, you see the exact same thing, just in the opposite. You want to glaze Angel Reese at the expense of Caitlin Clark. Really, you can't really compare the two, because one, they play two different positions and they have two different games. Like, you can't really compare the two, for real. Now, my argument that I always like to go with at broad court with, I always want to say that is rigged. And I still believe that is rigged. I think the WNBA, if they smart, they rigged the shit so we could get a Fever Sky final. Because at the end of the day, I'm for the empowerment and the growth of the league. At the end of the day, I want to see my black women get paid the money that they deserve. And I look at Caitlin Clark as the vehicle for my sisters to get paid. Do that make sense? Because everything has to have a white face to it. Unfortunately, you got to remember we're in America, and we got to keep in mind the political climate that we're living in right now. People I know people don't want to mix politics and sports, but you can't not ignore the politics that's going on in the country right now, because it relates to the sports. It's the reason why you have such vitriol between AR fans and Caitlin Clark fans. It's not about the basketball, but the WNBA could play off that parity and grow the league that way. The NBA did it with Magic and Bird, like I was explaining to Bro Claude before. I was a Knicks fan. I grew up in New York, and I hated the Celtics, but I didn't hate the Celtics because they were from Boston. I hated the Celtics because Larry Bird was white, and he was killing folks. You understand what I'm saying? So just people like me and people in my hood, we gravitated to the Lakers, not because we were Laker fans, but we wanted to see a black man on top, and Magic was that man. You understand what I'm saying? And that parity grew the NBA into the point where you could have a Michael Jordan, where you could have a LeBron James, where you could have a Kobe Bryant. The WNBA is in the exact same position that the NBA was in the 1980s, for real. They need to take this Angel Clark and Caitlin Clark so-called rivalry and run that shit into the damn ground and get some fucking viewers out here. because that's what people want to see. I give you a good example. The Chicago Sky are 2 years removed from winning the whole WNBA finals. They just won the finals 2 years ago, 2023, but wasn't nobody on here making content about Kalia Cooper and Candace Parker. In fact, wasn't nobody watching. Why? Because we were all watching the NCAA, watching Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. That's why.
Listen,
Say I'm lying.
I hear you, bro. You passionate, man. You got listen. I agree with some of your points. I hear what you're saying. But like I said, and I'm happy that you understand. At least I hope you understand that this is a safe place for both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You know, this ain't one of them channels where you're gonna get glazing on either side. You know what I mean? This one of them channels where I'm gonna tell the truth. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't like that. You know what I mean? You get a lot of people who get upset because, you know, I'm gonna tell the truth about Caitlin Clark and I'm gonna tell the truth about Angel Reese. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people can't handle the truth, but this is a safe place for all Caitlin Clark fans, all Angel Reese fans.
I just want to be clear. Was it 2023 the Sky won the finals or 2021?
I was 2021.
I know they not that far removed
21
from winning the championship.
Yeah, the Aces won in 23.
21.
So it's 2000. So they not that far removed from winning the title.
No.
Yeah, but that don't got nothing to do with nothing. All them players is gone.
Every last one of them.
No. I did. My point I was making is that people weren't making content about that Chicago Sky team 5 years ago because wasn't nobody watching them.
But we know that already. We know why we all here. we know that. But that's not what this about. Listen, today's show is about the draft. We all know why we here. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is the reason why some people was here because of Caitlin Clark. Some people here because of Angel Reese.
Well, who won the draft?
And really, we all here because the reason why both of them really started getting notoriety. We all here because of NIL, right? That's really what started this thing, right? NIL brought more light to the women's game as it should have. And then, you know, it grew stars. And because it grew stars, we here.
I think who won the draft?
Who you got?
The Wings won the draft.
I got the Aces as the big winners of the draft.
Yeah, I got the Wings. The Wings had a wonderful draft. They had a wonderful draft.
But for the Aces not to have a first round pick and to come away with the players that they came away with.
Well, you know, I was telling Bro Claude before that Harmony Turner, she was my sleeper pick. I've been high on her for a long time. Harmony Turner, she's going to be a good one. Man. She's going to be a good one. I watched her play. She's going to be really good.
So was Aaliyah Nah.
Hey, Brooklyn and BD, I'm trying not to fucking crash out, bro, because I'm tired of it. I fucking feel tired.
Listen. If you want to crash out, if you don't want to crash out, it's cool. But fix your mic. Your mic sound a little. You're not coming through clear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but it was like a little muffled.
Can you hear me?
You sound the same.
Well, I got hope for you, Bro Claude. I got hope that your general manager maybe pull a trade off or something, because I really don't understand the last three draft. I mean, I understand the HVL pick. She's the only pick I understand. I really don't comprehend the other three picks and how they fit on the Sky. Looking at their roster, I don't see it. Maybe you know more than me on that part. I don't
want to come up really quick. Really quick, if y'all want to come up and share your opinion, today is a conversation. Today, anybody is welcome on the panel. Tell me if you want to talk about your team. You know, all of us in here might not be Chicago Sky or Fever fans or Liberty fans. If you want to talk about your team, what your team didn't draft, what your team didn't do, feel free to hit the link and come up to the chat.
Yeah, like realistically, I'm a Liberty fan and I think they're going to repeat as champions, but that's not what I want to see. I want to see a Fever Sky final so we could grow the damn league. The Liberty winning back-to-back titles ain't going to grow the league.
You can't rush that. You got to let that happen kind of organically.
I know it's going to happen organically, but I want it rigged. I want it to happen now. And I want to see it for at least the next 5 years.
If it happens right now, it's not going to be good. It got to happen in like 2 or 3 years. Then you got to get that. You got to have a slow build up to that. You can't just automatically had that finals. I got some people. I gotta do it from my phone because I can't see them. I got you. I'm about to pull y'all up to the top in a second. You want a second?
Okay, listen. I'm finna fly this motherfucking plane. Listen. To all my people in the chat, y'all know already. All my Tiffany Cole in here. Tiffany,
I'm about to bring up. I can't see it on the thing. I got to do it from my phone.
Yeah, Nubian Sage. All my people, Smoke Junior. They all up in this motherfucker. Listen, I'm fucking hot. I'm pissed the fuck off. I don't understand. He got me fucking tuned up around this bitch. And it was like we wasted our motherfucking time. We wasted our time watching that piece of shit that he did. Now, Hailey, I called it. I told everybody that Hailey was gonna be in college. I also told everyone that's in the fucking chat that she was gonna get picked. I told everybody. No, everybody thought that the old man was fucking crazy and bananas. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not bananas. I'm just very passionate about my shit. And what I'm saying right now is a motherfucking shame that I had to look at this bullshit that's going on with the Chicago Sky. I am a Chicago Sky fan. Candace Parker turned me on. Angel Reese turned me back on, which I told you that last year, Brooklyn, when we met last year. I'm back here because of Angel Reese. I left it alone once they got rid of Candace. And I'm just telling y'all, I don't fucking think that this here is worth my fucking time. This is not worth my fucking time, bro. You was dead right on with Sipka. I told you that I give you your kudos. Okay, you been telling me. Unc been listening. Okay, big bro been listening. Fine. Okay. That's why I wasn't pissed off when they picked her at 10 as much. I said, I can't believe that they picked her at 10, but you said that they was going to pick her at 10. So I say, Brooklyn warned me, so I can't have a badass attitude about it. But when HVL came, I still said I'm all right because I love Hailey. Me, and Angel love Hailey. That's good for Angel because Angel and her got chemistry. That's fine. She say run it back. We didn't get it done last time. We can run that shit back. Fine. But the rest of this shit, man, I don't know. You telling me because I know you do the scouting. But bro, I can't fucking Maddie Westbelt. I said that in the chat, but I would like for her to have been one of the ones to come to the camp, try it out. But all of this was political, BD. I'm telling you what I know. This shit was political because you know them people in Indiana from Notre Dame, they coming to the fucking game because why? They support they fucking people. Indiana fucking support the Hoosierville supports they people. So Indiana is right next door to Chicago. It's right next door on the border. They gonna be there. The fucking stadium is 15 minutes away from the borderline. Okay, the stadium is 15, going maybe 20 minutes from the fucking border. Okay, so I'm just so fucking pissed off that Angel Reese has to maybe potentially be. I pray to God that she don't get hurt again because they beating my girl up down there, and she got to go through another goddamn year getting her ass beat up with these big ass girls, and she got nobody to pull that weight besides Camilla. And E-Will is good for whatever she's good for. She's coming off an injury. She did all right in AU. I seen some of her games, but the only person I'm depending on is Kia Nurse to help us, and Ariel Atkins to help us and pull us out of this bullshit that we in, because we in some deep shit.
Bro, my brother, you and your people called me crazy and said I was causing confusion when I told you it was political and rigged. Y'all thought I was just talking, just to be talking. I hope tonight you understand that I wasn't just talking.
No, I told you I hope it wasn't true. That's my statement to you. I hope it wasn't true, but it's real.
But maybe, just maybe Jeff got an ace in the hole. Maybe he picked these draft picks so he could trade them off to get another veteran or something. Because y'all didn't address the whole perimeter defense thing, and y'all really needed that. In my
I can't hear
opinion,
you, Brooke.
they
We
didn't
can't
have
hear
a
you, Brooke.
perimeter defender.
We can't hear you, Brooke. Your mic's off.
I would say actually they did. That's what I was trying to say. Is a player that a lot of people don't know about, and she's actually a perimeter defender. But she was the last player they picked. A lot of people don't know her game like that.
Okay. I mean, I gotta trust you.
I ain't never get to watch her.
I mean, I'm saying I gotta fucking trust
When y'all get
you.
a chance, go look her up. Y'all see. That's what she's tough. She a dog. She tough.
Okay.
But she just her issue, like I said, her issue is she don't shoot the 3 ball. Like outside of that, she's gonna be a solid small forward on a pro level. She just gotta shoot the ball. So she just has to expand her range.
And here's another thing for the Sky. They're gonna have to find a way to separate AR and Cardoso. I don't think them being on the court at the same time is gonna be a good look for them with this current roster that they have right now. You're gonna have to alternate. You can't have 2 bigs in the post, 2 in the pivot is a crowd. It just is.
Yeah, but Angel, you gotta realize Angel is developing from the perimeter though. So they're gonna be able to. That's how I said I understand what your concerns, but it's gonna be fine. They can play together. It's gonna be fine. And then also, I think a lot of people are so used to modern basketball where everybody can shoot that they forget about certain teams that won in the past. Like I said, the team that when I look at Angel and I've been saying this all season long. When I look at Angel and I look at Camilla, it reminds me of the Minnesota Lynx, right? Rebecca Brunson ended up just like Angel was developing it, ended up developing a 3-point shot, right? But before she developed that 3-point shot, she was in the paint as well, and they won championships. You get what I'm saying? So it's winnable. You just got to put the right team together. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they got all the pieces. They really got all the pieces. They really missing one piece, and that piece they missing. If you think of Unrivaled, right, and you look at what Chelsea Gray, if you look at the Angel Reese Chelsea Gray 2-woman game, right, that combination, right?
Yeah, that pick and roll was wild and
that pick and roll. But not only the pick and roll, what made it so good is Chelsea Gray made the difficult shots, the shots where when they needed a bucket, when the shot clock was running out, she was confident enough to say, "I'm gonna take this shot." And sometimes she missed it, but a lot of times she made it, right? And you was able to rely on Chelsea Gray. She became a clutch player. That's what Chicago was missing right now. That go-to clutch player. That's why I was really looking forward to me personally, Sarah Ashley Barker. I felt like she could make some big shots. Unfortunately, she went to the Sparks. Shout out to the Sparks. But we got a lottery pick in next year's draft too, so we don't get that player this year.
Well, this year the W is going to be different. I really think they're going to shoot a whole lot more 3-pointers this year than they were last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's going to be much more tailored towards how the NBA is because if you notice in the draft, all of the high-profile picks were guards. You ain't really have a whole bunch of big-time bigs coming out. All of the big-time folks were guards. Because the league is changing. It's starting to become more guard-oriented. With that, you're going to see a lot more 3-point shooting. So you're going to have to be able to shoot that 3 in a minute.
Well, this draft was really guard wing heavy. So that's why you saw a lot of guards and wings in this draft. This ain't have a lot of bigs in it.
Heavy.
This draft didn't have a lot of bigs, and it didn't have a lot of small forwards. This draft had a lot of point guards, a lot of shooting guards, and some wings.
Chat. Listen, my opinion. So what just happened? You got a whole bunch of snow bunnies and a chocolate drop to put on top of these bunnies to satisfy what he's trying to do is put ass in the seat. That's the only thing that I can say. That's the only thing that I can believe. I don't see it no other fucking way. He's following the trend. Kathy, listen, guys, brothers, do you understand how much white milk got picked in the first fucking round? Do y'all understand A. Moore was picked fucking fifth. She was picked fucking fifth. This is not basketball, man. This is not fucking basketball. This is Kathy Engelberg getting with a group of owners that got with a fucking GM that milked this shit up because you got a whole lot of white viewers that just came with Caitlin Clark, and they setting the fucking tone to what they want in this goddamn game, and I don't fucking like it. I'm talking about the whole.
I don't agree with that, bro, Claude.
I'm just saying. Remember,
Georgia
I said it last year.
Don't do that. Georgia
I don't give a
play,
shit,
bro.
but she ain't better than she's not better than
who?
She's not better than Isaiah.
They got two different play styles. Isaiah James is a scorer. She's a point guard.
She's not better than Isaiah James. She's not.
She's better than Isaiah James at playing point guard.
It depends on what you value.
That's what I'm saying. Isaiah James' job is a scorer. Yeah, Isaiah James' job is a scorer. You can't even compare them. So if you needed a scorer, then yeah, Isaiah James, you value that. Georgia Amore is a playmaker. She you know what I mean? Like, and that's what the Fever needed. I mean, not Fever. The Mystics needed.
So you telling me that James can't pat that ball? I mean, what are we looking at?
I'm not saying that, all these players can pass the ball.
What are you talking about?
Come on,
man?
bro. Call, you know basketball, man. You know it's different. Different players got different skill sets, different play styles. If you looking for a floor general, if you looking for a floor general, you're not looking for Isaiah James. That's not her game. If you're looking for a floor general, you're looking for Georgia Amore.
And she's the best.
Sellers is not that good, man. Stop that, man. We're not doing that. In fact, niggas need to say I was right. At this point, niggas need to say I was right. I told niggas about Sellers. I told niggas about Sellers all year long. People want to jump on me all year long. Oh, now you hating. I told.
No, I didn't say you were hating.
Not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Whoever said whatever they said, y'all heard me because I've been loud and clear. I don't hold my tongue. I don't care if I'm the only person in the room with this opinion. I'm going to say my opinion. I've been telling niggas Cheyenne Sellers ain't it. I've been telling them that all season. Apparently, the GMs agree with me. Same thing about Serena Sundell. Told y'all, no, just because somebody's 6'2" don't mean they can ball. The fuck? And don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that they trash. Serena Sundell and Cheyenne Sellers both are good players. And I think they both is gonna be solid pros. But whatever people was thinking, no. This is why she went 17. Georgia Amore is a better point guard than Sellers. Sellers is just bigger. That's it. Sellers could play better defense.
Mo3, what's up, man? Hey, man. Yeah, man. I mean, big bro, I'm crashing out because I'm confused more. I'm confused more than anything. I really don't get the scheme of things yet. But for once, I got to say that BD was right. BD was right. You was right too, Brooklyn, on who they was gonna pick. You stayed 10 toes down, but you also got to say your big brother was right about HVL. I stood on that.
But I also, I'm giving you credit because you said it all year. I ain't gonna hold you. You said that shit all year when before niggas knew she was good. After she played how she played at TCU, I said, okay, I think she gonna get drafted by Chicago. I started saying that. Mo3, no.
I was the first one saying that, bro. From the time that the beginning of the season when they was playing, even when they were playing those garbage teams, Angel was
Mo3. I agree with you.
Mo3. I'm like, wow.
I agree with you.
Chicago get a chance, they gonna pick her, because that's the only way they're gonna have to make it up to Angel, because Angel was hella pissed when they fired Spoon. She was hella mad, and she was like she was letting it be known, like she was hella mad. She ain't talked to Jeff for how long? She was hella mad.
Yo,
I was
I'm
like,
sorry,
yo,
Mo3. Let me respond to this real quick. Keep your thought. Henry, that's the only reason why y'all like Sellers. She played one game. That's the only, and I knew that. She played one solid game versus Juju. Guess what? Damn, what's this player name? It's certain players who used to play against Kobe well too. One game. You might get one good game.
Tracy McGrady played him well.
No, but I'm talking about the defenders. Right? I'm talking about, you know, the people that they used to say was a Kobe stopper, right? You might have had a good game. Like, stop it. They acting like she on Juju level. She nowhere close to Juju. Nowhere close. Y'all see one game and y'all got hype.
Nowhere.
Y'all got hype.
Nowhere.
Nigga.
No,
today
nowhere.
Y'all should
She's
see.
Nowhere.
Today y'all should see I was wrong. But I know how niggas is. Niggas don't admit when they wrong.
Say your shit.
Niggas don't admit when they wrong. Sellers ain't that nice. Sellers ain't that nice.
Say your shit. No, say your shit.
And the reason why I'm screaming that on my channel is because I gotta watch niggas every day say some bullshit. And I just let it rock. It be on somebody else's channel. Sometimes it be on my channel. I gotta listen to the bullshit. And I stand 10 toes down. I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, now today y'all saw she ain't that good.
Say your shit.
The GMs don't believe in her. The GMs ain't believe in her. She ain't that good. The fuck? Niggas talking about her draft stock rising. She gonna go here. Niggas got her projected at 6'17". And Serena Sunday went worse than that. Come on, stop it. Let's be clear.
Sunday went 20 something.
I just Hans triggered me with that because it's like I knew that's exactly why people started talking about her after that one game. That one game, they was like, "Oh, we need to go get Sellers." No, we don't. We don't. The fuck? We listen. Hailey Van Lith is gonna be a good pick for us. I like that pick. She's gonna be a good pick for us. The other two picks, the other bigs, the reason I don't know why he went and got two power forwards with small forward skills is weird to me.
Get up here, Keisha.
But I will say this. I will say this though. I don't want to judge Suska till I see her in action. Because maybe she can't. She do have small forward skills. Who knows? She might come over here and play the small forward well, and then I'm cool with the pick. But to me, until I see it in the W, I'm not sure because she that's not her natural position. You get what I'm saying?
Hey,
I made all them niggas apologize to me. I went over there and made them motherfuckers apologize to me. Cause I know. Drop the link for Sister Keisha.
I know. I'm pulling up right now.
Hey, I think y'all looking at.
I tried to go to sleep, man.
Wrong.
Hey Mo.
Yo.
Mo3. I tried to go to sleep, Mo. Mo. I
was watching you doing the rounds, and I was shocked. I was shocked to come on here and see you. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Claw still up here?
Hey Mo, I was trying to go to sleep, Mo. Little bro, I was trying to go to bed, bro. I'm fucking sick, bro. I'm fucking sick. I am completely flabbergasted.
I'm happy.
I don't know.
Another thing I'm happy about is I'm happy that because I heard people making the dumbass take too about you pass up on Malanga. So what? I'm happy Seattle ain't overthink that one. Paige, what's up, Paige?
Nah.
What you got on this page? Paige still up there? She dropped down.
Keisha trying to get up.
I got it.
Well, again, I feel bad for you Sky fans because this draft was really bad for them.
Goodness.
They didn't do good with this draft. They really didn't. Unless Jeff got an ace in the hole, he's gonna make a trade or something and get a veteran presence or something. I don't see how any of these draft picks do the Sky any good. I don't even think any of them gonna play but HVL for real.
Hey, Mo3, can I hear you, man? Can you tell? Give me some air, Mo3, please, man.
I'm all right, man. I think you guys, are feeding too much into this. You're looking at it too hard, man. First of all, there's only 12 roster spots and 10 are already taken.
Facts.
10 and they can't cut them. So don't think, oh, in training camp. No, they're gonna be on the team. They already have 10 players that got a spot for this year guaranteed. So they only have 2 spots. So out of training camp,
one, because we know HVL making it, so they only got one spot.
One spot, because HVL, that's what I was gonna get to. And HVL definitely making it, even if she suck in camp, because Angel won her there.
But she's not gonna suck though.
There. Yeah, I know she's not. I'm just saying, even if worst case scenario she suck, even if that was the case, she's still gonna be there because Angel won her there. So there's only one spot. And I think that, and y'all people complaining about the Sifka thing. I think that was a good pick because it's a way of not wasting the pick, because you have 4 picks but only 2 spots to use it on. So if he didn't pick an international player, he would have wasted 2 picks. But it would have international player. He could sit them. He could tell them, "Yo, man, stay."
She's not coming. Yeah, it's already reported. She's not coming this year.
Next year, the money's gonna be better anyways. So that's a way of still using the pick and not losing the pick.
Some ADP.
You know what I'm saying? So this way they still lose a pick because they have 2 players that they're gonna have to pick one out of. Only one of them could make it. So, and I think the last pick is just a pick. I think he just picked the pick just to pick the pick, because probably he was on Twitter, people saying, "Oh, he just picking white people," so he probably just picked her because she's injured. She's injured right now, so I don't think she's gonna be coming back from injury and be doing all this in camp. So she's just gonna get cut.
Cool. So it's gonna
Who's
injured?
HBO.
The 22nd pick.
Yeah.
Aisha Koulibaly.
Yeah.
Word. She would have been a good pick though. See, a lot of people don't know her game. She's actually pretty good.
Yeah, she's a good defender. Her offense needs some work, but she's an excellent defender.
Her offense is fine too. She just got to add the 3. She one of those players that just like a lot of these players in college, they like to pull up from that midi a lot. They don't pull up from the 3. So her offense is fine. She just gonna have to extend it to the 3-point line.
Offense not fine, man. If that's the case, then Cheyenne Sellers' offense is fine then.
Stop it, bro.
All right.
She don't play like Cheyenne Sellers though.
I know she don't play like it, but she has the same deficiency that Cheyenne Sellers does with the 3 ball.
No, okay, let me explain a little bit the difference though. I do agree with you, and that's why I said it's not just Cheyenne Sellers, it's also Sanaya Rivers, there's other players too. The reason hold on, let me tell you the difference. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. She need to, that's why I mentioned that she need to work on the 3. The difference with Sellers is Sellers like to post up. Same thing with Serena Sundell. That's why I don't like their games. If you watch their games, they drive right there on the low post. They post up smaller guards, and then they score in there like a big dude. That's not how Sanaya Rivers play. Sanaya Rivers drives and pull up from the midi, the same thing that Aisha Koulibaly does. So they actually just need to extend their range. Case in point, I'll end up playing here, similar to what Olivia Miles' issue was before she extended her range. You get what I'm saying? They drive and then pull up from midi. It's not like they go in the midi and play out the post. They don't do that. They drive and pull up from midi. Yeah, what I'm saying is she just need to extend the range and she'll be okay. But you're right. If she don't do that, then that's a problem. So
I got a quick question. Okay. So you say that they only have one. They're only gonna have one spot, right? Yes. But you drafted 4 people. Van Lith is gonna get a spot, so that's gonna leave 1 spot left in 3 draft picks, right? So you could take any of them 3 people and fill that 1 spot. What do you do with those other 2 people? You cut them, or do you trade them?
They get cut.
I just told you. I just broke it down for you. You weren't listening, bro. You weren't listening. The international player that they drafted, they had to draft an international player so that they don't waste the pick, because they only have 2 spots, and Hailey Van Lith take a spot, so they got 1 spot left with 3 draft picks. So they had to draft an international player. They drafted her at 10. It didn't matter if they drafted her at 10 or 11. They was just it just didn't matter. I guess they probably just said, who you want to pick first? In the room, they were just like, it doesn't matter if they drafted HVL or it doesn't matter. So they was like, because they got back to back. But they had to pick her because she's just too good. So if they didn't pick her, somebody was gonna pick her. So they felt like, man, we got to pick her. And the reason they picked her is because she's an international player. They won't waste the pick. They could have her sit for a year over there And then next year when the new CBA come and everybody blow up and everybody's a free agent, they got a hell of space for her. You know what I'm saying? And plus give her more time.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then the last pick they had to pick somebody, so they just picked her. And they picked her because she's injured. She's injured. She's not going to go to training camp and do nothing. She's gonna get cut. They just picked her just to pick her.
So really,
only
worst case scenario, they're gonna make the roster. Is what you're saying?
They was gonna.
This is our highlights right here, by the way.
Hailey Van Lith is gonna make the roster.
The one that he's saying is injured. Aisha Kubali.
Yeah.
She's a really good defender. She's tough. She a dog. Like I said, you can see the way she plays. She just pull up from the midi a lot. She don't take. She attacks the basket. She pull up from the midi. She don't take the three. So she got a similar game to Nia Rivers.
Unfortunately, she gonna end up like Brenda Maxwell.
Yeah, because she actually could play. I ain't gonna lie. She would have made the roster. I would have been too mad because she would have been a project. Somebody they would have had to work on, but she not a bad player.
Yeah, Fast. I agree with you. For Maddie to make the team, somebody's got to get cut.
Nobody's getting cut. Maddie's gonna make it. The person who's getting cut is the injured person. Why are you not listening to me?
So we can have 13, right?
12.
I thought it was 12.
Right?
12, but
the
international
right now, right?
Fifth is the international player. They can have a six.
That leaves us with 15, right? So that means we gotta shave off 3, right? Am I tripping?
She's added in the training camp contracts.
No,
we got 10. We got 10 official people on contract. You know, we got training camp contract. So we got 2 open roster spots with the 3. With the who do we? Was it? It was 3 plus the 2 rookies now, right?
Right. So what I'm saying is, y'all just assuming that none of the training camps are gonna make it.
Yeah, they not. I mean, they can make it if the draft picks don't play well. I know Hailey Van Lith gonna make the team, so that leaves one spot. So it really depends on. Yeah, it really depends on if Maddie don't play well, then she won't make it.
All right, listen.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen, who's the two training camp contracts?
You got Morgan Birch, who's been a pro already.
And then she got a 6'4".
She basically another 6'4" stretches like you know, that's who they paying out each other.
Just like Madison West. I mean, just like Westbell.
Yeah, Westbell.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question? Why did they let Trinity Carter walk?
Oh Lord.
Listen, that's a whole nother story. Let me Paige ain't get a chance to talk yet. Let me hear something from Paige. Real quick
I would really like to know what happened with that.
I don't think
what's going on, Paige? What you thought about this draft today, Paige?
Hi everyone. I thought the draft was kind of crazy, but I like the pick with Asia Sefika, but Maddie Westbell plays like the same position.
Exactly, they the same. They similar players.
But one's not coming over, she's
an international player though, so they can have her sit over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can buy out Mo Jefferson's contract though?
Trying to get rid of her, right?
Yeah.
No.
I can't tell you how many people asked that in the chat.
We stuck with her for this year. We're stuck with her.
Gosh dang.
Unless they buy out like the Fever did, Katie Lou Samuelson.
So listen, I got 2 videos queued up. Y'all want to watch them now, or y'all want to watch them later? It's up to y'all because we having a good conversation. They just about HVL. I played them later. I think
people are overlooking or not appreciating HVL's newfound playmaking skills.
Yeah. That's when I warmed up to it. When I seen like, okay, I'm cool with the Sky take. Before that, I was like, no. But
yeah, I watched a lot of TCU games, and she was out there. She was a good floor general. Like
she was balling.
that coach, and she said that's the reason why she went there to learn how to be a playmaker. That's what she really wants to do. She was like the college version of Plum. How Plum say, "Yo, I want to be a point guard." That's how she said she wanted to be a point. She wanna learn how to be like a real floor general.
Angel Reese.
Well, yeah, HBL had an incredible year. She really did.
Really quick,
compared to what she did on LSU.
The game.
Yeah.
Hold on, really quick. Angel Reese tweeted out, "We ain't do it right the first time, so let's run it back." And the funny thing about this is, this got HVL's real height on it. They ain't doctored this to 5'9" yet. They ain't make that 5'9".
Well, that's going to be an issue that'll come later on. They're going to have to hide HVL on the defensive end because she's really little. And when they start switching and all that, she's going to get exposed.
I mean, she's going to be fine. It's the same thing when Courtney Vandersloot. She about the same size as Courtney Vandersloot.
My internet fucked up.
And she also,
I dropped the link for you.
Wants to learn from Sloop how to be.
I dropped the link for you, K-Snap. Yeah, so it's gonna be the same. That's why. Listen, we got a defensive squad, so like hiding her is not gonna be an issue. Oh, shout out to the Fever. The Fever picked up Bree Hall. That's good. That's a solid piece for them. But I don't even know. Does the
Fever had a really good draft. The Fever are overkill, though. They're going to have to cut a lot of people. They got way too many bigs.
Do the Fever even have a roster spot for they draft picks, though?
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to have issues trying to whittle down that roster.
They picked up Michaela Timpson as well.
I think the Fever just did some hater stuff, man. They just picked those players so nobody else could pick them.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people forget that Leah Boston is on that team, right? Like, yeah, everybody think about Caitlin Clark on the Fever, but South Carolina has a, you know what I mean? That's you know, Leah Boston's on that team too. So like Leah Boston now got her South Carolina teammate with her. And then the Michaela Timpson pick makes sense because she's a rim running big. That's what Caitlin Clark loves. She likes smaller, fast bigs. She don't really like, you know, big, slow bigs. So it makes sense. Question is, do they have a spot? That's what I'm saying. That's the question.
They don't have a spot.
You know who they gonna cut? You know what's funny?
That's why they had to buy out
No 3. Remember they bought in what's that girl name that was on the Sky last year? They bought her in for the Secrets. They about to cut her. Bree Turner.
Yeah, that's why they bought that's why they bought out Katie Lou contracts to bring her in. So what they gonna do? They gonna say, oh well,
they gonna cut her. They bought her in for the Secrets.
Yeah, they just gonna cut her.
We're gonna get you in here, but hey, you gotta go. Nah.
Yeah, they just gonna cut her.
Shit, man. The Fevers are.
I wouldn't be surprised if they traded Bonner too mid-season.
Nah,
that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, but that would be too late. The training camp is over with. They got until the end of training camp to settle this.
Yeah, but he said Wnba Bonner. Wnba Bonner's not going nowhere.
Because like I was saying before, 2 people in the pivot's a crowd. I don't know if Aaliyah Boston and Wnba Bonner are going to be able to coexist in a half-court set like that. We'll see, but I ain't sure.
What?
Wnba Bonner played a small forward. You probably talking about Natasha Howard. But Natasha Howard can shoot the 3.
Yeah, Howard is a stretch 4.
Well, we'll see. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Going to be a really good year for the W, I think. It's going to be a really, really good year for them if they play it right.
People keep sleeping on the Aces, man.
Aces going to be trash.
No, they not.
They're going to be
trash. The Aces not. They got the best player in the world on their team. They're not going to trash as long as Asia Wilson there.
They got 4 of the best players. They got 4 of the best players on the world on this team. How they gonna be trying? That don't even make sense.
Nah, I'm just bullshitting. I thought Broclaw was still up here. That's why I said that. But I don't think they're gonna be as good as people think, though. I think they're still gonna be like the 5, 6, maybe 4. I don't. Nah. Because
You gotta realize Chelsea Gray healthy. So that's motivation right there.
Yeah.
You gotta realize
That
Asia got a chip on her shoulder. That's motivation right there. You gotta realize you're gonna see a different Juloy because she had a bad season last year. Plus she playing with the Aces now, so she feel like she gotta live up to the hype. Right? So she gonna be playing her best basketball. And then the only question mark is Jackie Young, is she really healthy or not? Right? Because if she's healthy, she's healthy. If she's not healthy, then you're gonna, that might give them some issues. They only issues Mo3 is gonna be what we talked about yesterday. I don't know if you was a part of that conversation.
Nah,
yesterday.
I was just watching.
But you see, we was talking about the bigs. We kept saying if they don't have the proper bigs to help Asia, that's gonna be their Achilles heel. But
their bench is the main reason why I said they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be as good as people think because they.
Yeah, but I like what they did in the draft, though, Mo. I feel like they're the winners of this draft.
What? Over Dallas?
Yes. The reason why is because you expected. The reason why is because you expected the Dallas to get paid. So I was like, they didn't.
No, not just Page.
I understand. I like the other pieces they got too. But my point is the Aces didn't even have a first round pick, bro. Like I didn't expect the Aces to have a good draft. That's what makes them the winners to me. Not to say that they the only winners. I feel like the Wings is also winners. Right, I feel like the Mystics is winners. I like what the Mystics did. To me, there's a couple winners in this draft, but to me, if I had to say the biggest winner is the Aces because I did not expect them to have a draft as good as they had, especially with them not even having a first round pick. Like that's crazy. They had a really good draft.
They had a really good draft, but
because Turner gonna be a beast. I'm telling you, Armani Turner, she gonna be all right.
Underestimating what the Wings gonna be next year, man. They're gonna be
the Wings. I think y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you take a look at the Wings, even the Mystics, certain teams, we expected them to do certain things because of what they had. It was already expected, right? What I'm saying is the Aces was the fact that they were so unexpected and they got what they got. That's like you got away with murder. To me, you got away with murder with that. It's like you get what I'm saying. It's like you got Dallas got the number 1 pick. We know you coming away with Page, and then whatever else you got after that, as far as drafting, right, which they did, they got good. So they definitely winners. They winners, but they was put in a position to win. Mystics is put in a position to win. Aces was put in a position to lose, and they still won. That's why they the biggest winners to me because they was the position they was in. But that's not saying that the other, these other teams made bad decisions. No, Dallas made great decisions. Mystics made. I like the Mystics draft. They got Lucy Olsen as their last pick too, so a lot of people overlooked that. I'm trying to think who else had a good draft. I don't know who the biggest losers are. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like who had
the Sky's the biggest loser.
That's what I'm saying. It might be the Sky.
Was horrible.
It might be the Sky who had the worst draft, but I'm not sure. I gotta take a look. And really make that decision. I'm not sold.
The only bad thing about the Sky draft is and I wouldn't even say it's that bad, is the Maddie Westfield. I would have picked. There's some other players I would have picked over her, but I don't. Everything else, they had to pick an international player, and they had to get Hailey Van Lith.
Yeah. So
y'all could drag on Jeff on Jeff all y'all want, but he had to do those. Those are two things that was gonna have to happen.
So I'm gonna play this Hailey Van Lith video real quick, and then we can comment on it. Lakeisha, you back? You with us? We can comment on it after I play it. I'll wait till Lakeisha and Paige is available. Paige, you here, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, so I'm gonna wait till Lakeisha comes back, and then I'm gonna play this video.
Where did Keisha go?
All right, well, I'm gonna drop off so somebody else could come up here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're not. It's up to you, bro. You're not in nobody way. You can stay, or you want to leave, you can leave. But like I told you earlier, don't. Listen. I judge books. I judge people by how they present themselves to me. So don't think because of whatever history you got with anybody else that you got some type of issue with me. You get what I'm saying? So you always welcome in my chat. And anybody that's watching this right now, if you a Caitlin Clark fan, if you a Asia Wilson fan, if whoever you a fan of, I honestly don't care. I don't beef with people over who you a fan of. To me, that's corny. You get what I'm saying? So I rock with everybody. So you welcome in my panel.
Oh no, I'm dropping because my phone about to die. So
no, but I'm just
be in the
because
chat.
we had that conversation earlier. So I'm just letting you know. You welcome. Don't feel like because you got history with somebody else that somehow trickles down to me. I don't got nothing to do with me.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I appreciate that. And thank you again for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah, but who got an echo? Somebody got echo.
That's me.
I don't know. But I think I'm about to just play the video. Yeah, let me just play the video real quick, and then we could discuss it. Let me pause the music. All right.
10th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Hailey Van Lith, Texas Christian University.
You see a huge hug from Hailey Van Lith with mom and dad, regular fixtures during her games throughout her collegiate career. Her boyfriend, NBA star Jalen Suggs in the building, and Hailey Van Lith, a first-round pick after just a terrific season at TCU, taking 3 different schools to the Elite Eight throughout her collegiate career, and now headed to the Chicago Sky.
And I really love this pick for the Chicago Sky. They traded and brought in the veteran point guard and Courtney Vandersloot, got her in free agency, and this is a perfect opportunity now for Hailey Van Lith as a young point guard, ready and eager to learn, to be able to do it from one of the best.
And she is going to be playing alongside someone she shared the court with in Angel Reese. Those two played together at LSU. There's a connection there. There's a synergy there, and the competitive edge of Hailey Van Lith will be so fun to watch at the next level. She is someone that loves this game so much. She's committed so much to it. And the transfer to TCU and making that move and almost finding herself again, it was fun for us to watch. Now we get to watch her at the next level.
The Big 12 Player of the Year, the newcomer of the year in the Big 12, and an All-American now headed to the Chicago Sky. Hailey Van Lith is with Holly.
So when you were a kid, your dad would rent out the elementary school across the street so you could work out at 4 a.m. Everyone always says your work ethic is like no one else's. How do you say thank you to your family for pushing you and helping you to get here and be a top draft pick?
Yeah, I think the biggest way I can say thank you is continue to pursue my dreams. A lot of the reason why I keep going is because I look back at them and they just have poured so much into me that I want to take this dream as far as I can. So shout out to my blue collar parents who busted their butt every morning and provided for our family because they built the foundation of my game.
You didn't have to reinvent yourself this year. You had to prove to yourself how good you still were. How did you do that?
Through faith. 100%. God carried me through the lows of my life when I wasn't able to get up and walk. So my faith has meant everything, but also learning that it's okay to embrace who you are and walk in that energy has meant everything this year for me.
Okay, good energy with Courtney Vandersloot. You can learn from her. You're paired back with Angel Reese. There's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right?
Oh, I love that energy. We're ready.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Hailey, if you would.
Well, hello, everybody. First off, I would just like to begin with thanking Chicago. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And, you know, all I have asked for is an opportunity my whole career. And I couldn't be more honored and blessed that they were the team that gave me that opportunity. So first and foremost, I would just like to thank that organization for taking a chance on me.
Hailey, thank you. We're going to start with questions all the way to the left in the third row.
Hi, Hailey. Maddie Kenny with the New York Post. Congratulations. Angel Reese has already tweeted about how she's excited to run it back with you. Just what does it mean to be reunited with her, and what are you most looking forward to joining forces again?
Yeah, Angel has maintained contact with me this whole past year since she's been in the league and I transferred. I really appreciate her. We have a very mature relationship, a mutual respect relationship where we both have respect for each other's game and also the character and the person we are off the court. So mostly I'm just excited to get to be around her again. I think we have a lot of similarities about how we carry ourselves and our mindset on, what's important to us. And she's a dog, man. She turns up the intensity of everybody around her. So I'm excited to be in that environment with her again, where she can pull more out of me than I think I have.
Hailey, we're going to stay front row, slightly to your right.
Hi, Hailey. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you looking to bring to Chicago when you go there?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm wanting to bring a toughness, a resilience, whatever my role is, whatever my opportunities are. I think I just want to contribute to the culture of tough, selfless, hardworking players that I think that they're looking to join to the program. And so that's what I am looking to bring. It's more of an attitude, a mindset than anything. And, I think I'm more than capable of doing that.
Hailey, in the second row, all the way to your left.
Hailey, Doug Feinberg, Associated Press. Commissioner Engelbert said before the draft that they're trying to do things to help combat the vitriol that you guys all face on social media, such, and mental health, having counselors available. And you've been very vocal about your getting mental health help. How important is it to hear that the commissioner is trying to help you guys combat the negativity that you've, I'm sure, seen on social media towards basketball players like yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to join a league that is not only concerned about our level of play, but also how we're functioning as humans. So that was encouraging. And at our rookie orientation that we had here, they showed us an app that they're partnering with that will help filter hate comments off of our channels. And I think that's important, not only for us as the players to not see that, but also young women and young boys who are following us. They don't want to see that on our page either when they look to us for inspiration. We don't need to expose them to that. And I think that's what is most important is the next generation that is looking to us as inspiration. They don't need to know that is something that you go through. And I think that it's amazing that WNBA is putting support behind it.
Hailey, next question. Third row, toward the far end on the right.
Hi, Hailey. Congratulations. Leo Chanokaya with Mail Sport. Obviously, big narrative is your reunion with Angel coming into the W, but that being said, there are plenty of players in the league that you have faced in college as well. Are there any particular players that you're looking forward to playing against in the W, whether you've played with them or against them in the NCAA or not?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many players in the league that are great. The WNBA is so unique with how powerful the talent is because it is so small. So I would be crazy to sit up here and pick one. I'm excited to just see how I stack up against this level of play. I think it's a competition that I'm ready to embrace, that I'm excited to embrace. So, I think it's too hard to pick one. I'm just excited for every day in training camp. That's my concern right now.
All right, I want to jump to Zoom for 2 questions, and then we'll come back to the room for just a few. We're going to jump to Willie. Willie, if you would.
Thank you. Hi, Hailey. You said on the pre-draft, Willie Ramirez with WGRamirez.com, you said on the pre-draft show that you were glad you stayed in college as long as you did because it helped you grow both physically and mentally. You just touched on mental health. Can you tell us what you're willing to share, how you've been able to manage, navigate, and strengthen your mental health through not only college, but representing America and building your brand and character?
Yeah, for sure. I think the work that I've done with my sports psychologist, Derek Grant, he's actually here today to support me. That's how close and how instrumental he has been to my career. I wanted him here, no question. But the work I've done with him on how to control my inner state of being and reducing the effect that external factors have on that inner state of being has been the most important thing, because that impacts confidence, that impacts quality of life, that impacts reads I make in the pick and roll. Believe it or not, it goes that deep. And mental health for me is so important to my game. I'm such a mental player. I'm so passionate. I love basketball. I want to be the best that I can. So mentally, naturally, where my mindset is pivotal to my performance on the court. And so the work I've done with Derek to improve and enhance that mindset and streamline it to where I'm experiencing less lulls has been the most important thing.
All right, I want to go to Zoom, one more, and then two in the room. I want to go to Chicago. Jason.
Hi, Hailey. Jason Leisure with the Chicago Sun-Times. Congratulations, first off. I have two questions for you. The first, you mentioned a lot of your friendship with Angel Reese. What about on the court? Why do you guys work together on the court?
Yeah, on the court, we both are just tough dogs on the court. I mean, she's willing to do things that aren't pretty to win. And I'm talking about aggressive rebounding, defense, things that, aren't, we call it sexy basketball. Like she's willing to execute those things to get a win. And I think that I share that character trait with her. And ultimately, something about Angel that I think isn't talked about enough is that she's out there to win, regardless of what that means for her role, her stat line that game, whatever a team needs from her, that's what she's going to provide. I think I too have that persona about me, that it doesn't matter what the team needs from me. If it's going to result in a win, I'm willing to lay it out there and try to provide that. So it's more of a toughness, resilience, grittiness to our game that I think aligns with each other.
Secondly, we have time for just two more. I go to the last row, just to the right of the television. Hailey.
Sean Armour here from She Got Game. This past season, it's no secret, it's been essentially a revenge tour for you. After transferring to TCU, essentially rebuilding your stock, finding success in the tournament, what does overall, and changing the overall narrative, what does it say just about your character, your spirit as a player, and just the type of player the Chicago Sky receiver?
Yeah, I think really in my eyes, it shows that I didn't care enough to call it a revenge tour. Nothing that ever happened in the past or the events that took place at previous schools that never hit me deep enough to where I felt like I had to get my lick back or any of that. The Lord put me in situations that I needed to go through to grow as a basketball player and a human being. And that's not something that I was ever mad about. I accepted that. I worked through it with my sports psychologist. We understood together, like, hey, Hailey, like, this is something that you can grow from. Like, this is an experience you should embrace. You should run towards this. I think what it says about me is really that I didn't care. That was not something that was keeping me from sleeping at night. And that shows somebody who really believes in themselves. And at the end of the day, the next level, it's all about who believes they can. So if I can carry that over to the next level, I think I'm setting myself up for success.
All right, this will be our last question from the room. Center row second, Hailey.
Hi, Hailey. Jackie Powell with the Next. The WNBA is a league that is known for advocacy in many different lanes and about different social issues and even on mental health. So I'm just curious how you want to continue to be an advocate as a pro if it is about mental health.
Yeah, I think that is something that I'm still figuring out. The first thing was to get drafted to a team. And before today, I didn't know if that was going to happen. So now that we know that that has happened, I can start to really address that. But I have been thinking about that. And I think I have a unique platform where I'm popular on social media, but I don't supply or I don't put myself out there as much as some others. And, I think it provides me a new or a unique lane to be super authentic and connect with people. So I'm not really sure. My answer is I'm not really sure how that'll happen yet, but I'm a woman of God, and I think that God will make that path very known when it comes to time. So I have faith that however He needs me to touch people, He will provide the avenue for me to do that. And in college, that was through media and the NCAA tournament when all the eyes were on women's basketball. So I'm not sure what that looks like for me in the league, but I have faith that it'll happen.
Hailey, thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
So I just wanted to play that video just so we get a little insight on the player that we just got on our Chicago Sky. No problem. I got another. What's up,
Brooklyn?
You call me like I'm in trouble. What's up? What I do?
You are in trouble, Brooklyn.
What's up? What's up?
Brooklyn, this Keisha.
I know who this is. I know that voice.
Brooklyn.
What's up?
You know how many people I disagree with on which players they like and I like?
Keisha, that wasn't just about you, Keisha. How many?
Do you know how many? Though,
Yes,
Brooklyn?
I know.
Do
But
you
that
know
wasn't.
My family is
but-
relentless, Brooke.
Yes, I do know. But listen, that was a rant for a bunch of people. I don't even want to say names. Even people, put it to you like this. Even people I don't rock with.
We'll
no
leave it
more.
at that. Yeah.
So you
we'll
already
leave
know.
it at
It
that.
was a rant for everybody. Like even and not even. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even the times I got cooked in the chat, you know how because you know how I am, Keisha. I'm gonna say my opinion even though nobody agree with me. I'm gonna still be like, yo, this is how I feel. So it's been time. So that's why I said it wasn't about you per se. I know you was like you part of the group. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't about you.
And I'm still part of the group because I think she's a good player.
No, I do too.
Yeah. My
My issue. Go
My whole point was my opinion of this draft has always been that Paige and then everybody else. Everybody else is a really good role player. That's that's how I feel. But I understand where you're coming from. Sometimes you just don't like a certain player. I get that.
No, it's not even that. Let me tell you why I ran it. Why I did. Because I had to deal with people for months and months and months telling me I was crazy. Brooklyn. AD done told me I was crazy. You done told me I was crazy. B done told me I was. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Everybody like, nah, Cheyenne Sullivan, she this, that, and I'm like, yo, and I don't think she. I don't think she a bad. Keisha, I don't think she a bad player. I just really thought she was over. Like ever since she played that game against Juju, and that's why I had to get on. And I love him. It ain't nothing personal, Brian, but I had to get on Brian Allen Hines' ass.
Oh,
pause, because I knew that's what it was. Ever since they seen that one, you know how sometimes you play your best game against somebody. Every time people saw that game, they was like, "Yo, you seen what she did to Juju?" As if like she on her level. She not on Juju level. Stop it. She had a good game. Leave it alone. Every dog had a day.
Brooke, you know me, right? You know me, right? You know when I'm glazing. Have you ever heard me glazing, though?
Nah, come on, man.
Okay.
But that was more personal. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That was more personal to me. I put it to you like this.
No,
you ever said something and I ain't even gonna say no, you was right, but felt like you was right. Maybe you right, maybe you wrong, but you feel like you right. But you can't say nothing because everybody else says something different. So you gotta just eat it. You gotta be like, all right.
That sound like your big brother. That sounds like
that's
your
what it
big
was.
brother.
Today is my validation. Today was my validation where everybody who said I was crazy, I'm like, see? So that's all it is. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just me finally getting a chance to exhale and say, she was 17.
You got validation.
And you know I'm petty. On top of all that, Keisha, you know I'm petty. So I gotta be petty.
You just got validation because she didn't go where they said she should go. But at the end of the day, getting drafted, there's a lot of mofos that don't get drafted.
And I say this too, this probably get lost. Now I'm not saying you, I'm saying in general, this probably get lost when I say this. Cheyenne Sellers is a good player, right? And I think she's gonna have a great career. I said this already. I think she's gonna have a great career in the league. But she needs to play. I think the team she went to was perfect with all those with all of those
she went to Thackeray, right?
with all those European players and that European style that they play, they're gonna need an aggressive player like her. You get what I'm saying? She don't fit with a Camila Cardoso and an Angel Reese. She don't fit that team because of how they like to score. But with a team that's gonna play more European style, she perfect. She perfect.
So you like our picks? Is that what you're saying? You like our picks?
Keisha.
I like Hailey Van Lith. I do like
Hey,
Hailey Van Lith.
Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Brooke.
Yeah.
I want y'all to hear this. Real money. Fast. Real money, fast. Brian Allen BD. Y'all and Brooklyn, the 80s baby. I've been glazing over and Keisha.
See, that's why
I've been glazing.
Y'all heard me on my chat. Hey, stop glazing, bro, Claude.
I've been glazing over Hailey Van Lith because every single solitary person that thought that this dude was a monkey on the show, I was right. I was fucking right.
Listen, you know I give credit where credit due. I already said it. You was right.
Hold on, Brooke.
No, it wasn't really for you, Brooke. You gave my life. Hey, listen, Brian Allen hey, fast.
There go Brian.
Real, hey, real money. Y'all know, y'all brother. I have a weird sense of humor, right? I like to have fun when I do shit, right? Because I'm a historian more. You know, Brooklyn know this about me more. I've kind of toned that down because I don't like to bore people. I'm more of a historian type of person when it comes to basketball. You understand? And I like to go into where this whole existence of what's going on. It kind of like, you know, it makes me triggered because I know what I see, I know what I know, and then of course I'm gonna say it, right? And they look at it as bad takes, okay? Not you, Keisha, but I'm saying most people. But my people, my family that's in the chat, they know.
Hey, who is most people? What you talking about, bro?
No, you know what I'm talking about, goddammit. I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say shit. But I don't diss nobody. I don't listen. I don't diss nobody. I don't hate nobody. I'm on here on this thing to give my opinion. I think I'm grateful that Brooklyn has let me to be on this thing. But I'm just saying.
You ain't gotta be grateful. That's what we do.
I'm just saying that, hey man, I am here to give my opinion, and if it's wrong,
real quick, whatever you just did, your mic sound amazing. Whatever you just did, keep doing. I don't know if you switched something up, but your mic just went from okay to great. your mic, you sound like how you supposed to sound now.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, shut your messy ass up, piece of gas, damn it. We on Brooklyn show right now. Shit.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Come on, player. Be cool. Now, what I'm saying is this. I say it, and I say it again. Am I worried? Mo3 kind of calmed me down a little bit. Because I do depend on Mo3 giving me certain type of ballot when he shoot his shot, and I sit there and I assess it. When Brooklyn say this shit, I say, look at this motherfucker over here shooting shots and shit. That motherfucker right on point. So, and then the thing is this. We have to be able to understand that the Chicago Sky gonna be all right.
We not all right,
I said it. You better listen. We gonna be all right. Now, are we gonna be a winning team? That's the C.
Nah, that's not the C. That's yes. First
that's
of all,
the C.
I can answer that for you. That's yes.
I mean, you gotta understand.
Yes.
You gotta understand. When I know I'm gonna listen to you, but what I'm saying from my perspective is that we got to see Tyler Marsh's system.
Yeah,
we got to see how it's ran. We got to see how he gonna move Sloop and HBL because they both short. We got to see how this goes, but we know that both of those players are transitional guards, and they great on transition. They
And let's-
great downhill.
Let's also
Go
be
ahead.
clear. Kelsey Plum is also a small guard.
Yeah.
She was fine. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hailey Van Lith is about the same size as a Kelsey Plum. So let's be clear. So it's not like it's not
She
like
a little bit bigger, Yeah, a little bit bigger.
But I mean, you know, she's not Kelsey Plum. You know?
No, but what I'm saying is they got similar play styles. So like, even before we picked her, for me personally, we all different. For me personally, when I looked at HVL's comp in the league, I looked at Kelsey Plum. To me, she's
Yeah, I
a
can see
Kelsey
that.
Plum type player. So that's what I'm saying. When we start talking about what these players can do, there's other players in the league
Have a
that's doing
feeling.
it. There's
Yeah,
other
yeah.
players in this league that's doing it already. So that's why I'm just saying, like, yeah, she gonna have her weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
Vandersloot got her weaknesses, but it didn't stop Vandersloot from putting together a Hall of Fame career with her weaknesses. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But to answer the question, though, bro, Claude, about why we are gonna be a winning team. One, and this is before Hailey made us better, right? Because what Hailey gave us, and this is why I like the pick. What Hailey gave us is a creative guard on the perimeter, right? That's we seen what she was able to do. We seen what she was right. We seen what she was able to do at TCU. She could do some. Those things could translate into the league because the way that coach plays, he plays a pro style. Right, he don't play a college style. He plays a pro style, and that's how she raised her stock because pro teams is looking at her like, okay, this is what she could do on the next level. So those things could translate. So that's one. She helps us offensively, right? And then not only does she help us offensively, she's gonna get immensely better in this 1 year playing under Vandersloot. Learning from Vandersloot is gonna take her game to another level. That's one. But that's just my soliloquy, if you will, on HVL. Here's why we're gonna really be good. Regardless of what the firepower we quote unquote don't have on offense, we got a top 5 defensive team in the league. Right.
Yeah.
Not only do we got a top 5 defensive team in the league, we got a top 5 rebounding team in the league. Right?
Yes.
So that alone is going to help us win games. And you already heard with first of all, one thing, and you know this, bro, Claude, playing sports, and y'all know this in the chat. I got you. I'm gonna bring you up. After this.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring you up right now, Paige. You know this, bro, Claude, playing sports, and if a lot of y'all follow sports, y'all heard people like Jordan say, you know, I missed more shots than I made. Right, The competitors remember the losses. Sometimes when you lose, a lot of players, sometimes when they lose in the finals, they sit there and watch the other team because they want to remember that feeling. The fact that Angel and HVL lost together before, I like this pairing because they gonna have a certain type of chemistry that they gonna be like, yo, we've been here before. We don't want that feeling again. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna be able to motivate each other. You heard HVL say in that video I just played, yo, Angel bring the best out of her teammates, and we heard that from the players in Rivalry, right? All the players in Rivalry said she's your biggest cheerleader. She know that from college, right? So I do like this pairing between them. The fact that the defense and the rebounding is gonna be on another level, right? And then what Tyler Marsh is gonna bring out of us offensively, to your point, bro, Claude, is yet to be seen. But I'm not worried about it because of where he came from, right? He comes from a winning culture. Plus, the coaching staff he put together. First of all, he put together all black women coaching staff people. I just talked about that on my last show. And then he got his father on the coaching staff, right? He got the OG on the coaching staff. He got one of the best coaching staffs in the league, low key. So that alone, we're gonna win games. Now, how good we are, I can't say. We're either gonna be on the low end of the playoffs, or we might make some noise and go up a couple seeds. That I don't know. But as far as are we going to be a winning team next year? Absolutely.
My only take is we just didn't address our perimeter defense, and it's gonna be hard because the pressure doesn't come off of Angel and Camilla. Now, if you're telling me if you telling me, I'm guessing they gonna go with, they got Ariel Atkins. She's gonna be the only one really defending on the perimeter.
Kia
Point
Nurse.
guard
Kia
is
Nurse. Kia Nurse.
Kia Nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is Kia Nurse gonna play with?
We gotta see, because
Is Kia Nurse gonna play with Ariel?
She can play 3. She can play 3.
Okay, because somebody said she was better at the 2, so that's why I'm.
No.
She is.
No. She prefers the 3. Let's be clear about that. She said it. She said it herself in the interview. She said she could play 2. She said she learned over the past couple of years. She's versatile enough.
But a lot of people said that Michaela was gonna start, so that's why I'm confused.
No, so okay, to your point. So this is somebody got background noise, by the way. So mute up. But to your point, Keisha, and this is why I wanted us to go get a 3 in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
The 3s we got when you start talking about Rebecca Allen, when you start talking about Kia Nurse, and you start talking about Michaela Onyewere, they all got question marks on them. We don't know what we're gonna get, right? The reason why I say that is, let's start with Michaela Onyewere. Michaela Onyewere is a project, and since she's been in the league, she's played okay, she's played well, but she hasn't found like a spot where it's like she carved out a role on this team and like this is her spot. She's been kind of all over the place. She's been on Phoenix, New York, Chicago, right? She's been kind of all over the place, trying to solidify a role. When you take a look at Rebecca Allen has been injury prone, right?
Yeah.
She hasn't really been, from what I understand. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, because I went back and did some research. She hasn't really, because I remember everybody knocking that trade Connecticut made, sending Jonquel Jones for Rebecca Allen. She really ain't live up to the hype, right?
No, she didn't. Yeah.
So then you got Kia Nurse. Now Kia Nurse has the biggest question mark. Well, not the biggest question mark. I shouldn't say that. But she has a question mark because she's 2 years removed from an ACL injury.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, what we're hoping, hoping for the best. We see the best out of Kia Nurse because 2 years after an ACL injury, like what Juju's going through right now, and the part of the reason people don't notice, or some people may notice because this came out of Olivia and Paige, but this came out of Olivia Miles' mouth because a lot of people making speculations why she went back to school. Olivia Miles said, I went back to school because I wanted my leg to get stronger. She said, I just came off an ACL injury and I ain't feel like I was ready yet. I want my leg to get stronger. So again, makes sense. So with getting back to Kia Nurse, we're hoping in this second year, this is her breakout year. Right.
Yes.
But again, those are all question marks. They could all 3 of them could come out and play bad. Right. All 3 of them, and that's the problem with us. That's our biggest issue. And that's why I wanted Jeff to address it in his draft, and he didn't. Now I'm gonna land my plane with this. Let me land my plane with this. My last point.
Go ahead.
When it comes to Asia Sifka, I say she's not coming over. If she does, though, let's just say if she does. When it comes down to Asia Sifka is the biggest question mark for me too, because offensively she has all the tools, right? She can score off the dribble. She could pass off the dribble. She could get to the best. She could do everything offensively. Defensively, I don't know if she's gonna have the Phoebage defense. I don't know if she can move her feet like that. But if she can, then that was actually a good pick by Jeff. If she can't, it's a shaky pick by Jeff.
It's shaky.
You get what I'm saying? Because you pick 2 players, again, that's hybrid. You pick 2 players that's power forwards with small forward skills.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So to your point, Keisha, it's possible we didn't address the issue yet of having a starting small forward who could play that perimeter defense and basically be like a 2-way player, like a Jackie Young for us. We really haven't. It's possible we haven't addressed it, but we got to wait and see. Did any of those boxes check? Like did the project of them working with Michaela Onyewere check out? Right. Is Kia Nurse on her second year check? Is that a box that's gonna be checked? Like we're gonna get the best Kia Nurse, or is Rebecca Allen gonna finally, solidify herself as a 3 and be the player we need her to be? So it's like those are all question marks. So I agree with you 1,000% on that, Lakeisha.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
So what I was saying was, Kia Nurse was also up for the
I think that's your
MVP.
mic. I don't know what happened to your mic.
Can you hear me?
You go from sounding great to terrible. What's going on?
Bro, you on your phone?
Can you hear me?
Phone.
We can hear you. You got background. You got feedback.
You got some kind of midget talking every time you talk.
Hey, Keisha, I told you I can't have this bullshit out of you, all right? Okay, now look, Kia Nurse was up for MVP for AU. Did you know that?
Yeah, bro, Claude, we know.
Okay, so she's looking good. She say she's feeling good. She's feeling like she felt when she came into the league. So we'll see. We gonna see what she adds to the game. But I do know that she's a dog on defense. I do know that she is a very, very responsible shooter. She just don't chuck shots. She takes strategic shots and she's able to pass. So that's what I want from her. I'm not looking for all the ball dropping, right? The ball dropping I want from the people that we got there from Sifka. If Sifka comes, but they saying that she may not come. But also I'm looking for Rebecca Allen, right, to show up, right? I'm looking for that. I'm also looking for them to let Angel run the offense sometimes. Okay? Because she can do it. That's what I'm looking for. Camilla is going to be Camilla. You can't stop 6'6", 6'7". That is what it is. So what I'm saying at the end of the day, I'm going to land my plane. We are in a better position than we was last year and the year before. But god damn, man. God damn. That's it.
Storm, what's going on, Storm? Good to see you, Storm.
It just seemed like he just used them picks to get HVL and then hold the pick for the international player. I don't know if he really cares about. Well, we know he don't really care about 22, but 16 is kind of like up in the air. I don't know if he really. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, Faz, I got my players now. I'm a player's player. That's why HBL is over here. I'm a player's player. When you showing initiative and you heard what she said, she knows she got to come here and grind. That's what I want to hear. That's why I thank you. She knows that she has to get down with Angel.
Pro Claude.
Yeah.
All you need to do is go text HVL and tell her don't end up like Dana Evans, because we get brutal. Don't end up like that.
Nah, you want to know why she gonna be good? She got that connection with Angel. She not gonna be throwing the ball at the backboard. She not gonna be doing that. You know what I mean? And we already seen that she gonna be good with Camilla. We seen her with a 6'7" already. We seen how she looked with a 6'7".
She loved to pick and roll. Fucking Dana Evans go the opposite way. Fucking Camilla giving the pick and roll, and she go the opposite way of the fucking pick.
You want to know what's funny though?
You want
to know what's funny? This is Angel. This is again, like I said, with the comparison I made earlier. This is Asia Wilson's Kelsey Plum, right? Angel Reese to HVL. That's their connection. It's same way. Except it happened in reverse, because Kelsey Plum went to I think it was the Stars at that time. She went to the Stars first, right? And then they drafted Asia the next year, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is that same type of connection, and they drafted Angel first, and then they went and got Hailey Van Lith. So this is Angel and HVL was like Asia and Kelsey Plum. That same type of connection.
So y'all telling me HBL gonna get Mo Jeff and out the door? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. I'll back up point guard as HVL. That's just a fact. Well, it depends on what. Listen, I'm not like everybody else on Mo Jeff. I'm gonna still give her time to show me what she can do, because I understand. No, listen. I'm not saying she won't. But I'm also understanding the fact she was hurt last year. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people not giving her grace because, we had a roster full of injuries last year. Like a lot of people was coming back off her injury, so she was one of them. So we'll see if she don't do shit this year, then we know she is stick a fork on her. She done. You get what I'm saying? She might have just been playing hurt like last year. We don't know, or she might have been done last year.
And Brooke, Bantam, what you think about old Bantam?
Same thing I always thought. Bantam she one of those players that on any given night she could go off and make a bunch of threes for you. But that's all she could do. You don't want her handling the ball, right?
No.
You don't want the ball in her hands. She's somebody who maybe can get hot. You put her in to see if it's her night, and if it ain't her night, you sit it down. She's not defending. She's not going to defend for you, right? She's not going to play make for you, but she can hit a three. So if she get hot, you use that. And then she great for the great for the locker room, right? She one of those players with the personality, like you need her in the locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Look, nah, we ain't got time for that.
Those players is valuable, Keisha. Like those players who can lighten move. Those players is valuable.
This the new generation. Got to have somebody love them and caress them and do TikToks with.
You seen Sydney Colson and Asia Wilson's relationship, right? You don't expect much from Sydney Colson on the floor, but she keep the locker room. You know what I mean? So you don't have no date. So you don't have no Dana Evans situations. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I think she's a good teammate. No, I really do think she's a good teammate. Yeah. I just don't know. She a cone too. So
yeah, that's a
just
fact.
run around her.
That's a fact. She definitely a cone.
Trying to move them puppies at all. So, as long as they know what they got,
You better leave my snow bunny alone.
I think she just like she. I don't think she is. She just light skinned, right? She's not a snow bunny. She a snow bunny? Rachel Bannon? She a white girl? I thought she was just light skinned.
No, she light
skinned.
mixed.
Yeah, she mixed.
Yeah.
Oh, she mixed? Oh,
she
hell,
just
I
light
didn't know.
skinned. Yeah.
Well, damn, you learn something new every day.
She have, but you leave that little half snow bunny alone.
Hey, Paige, we crazy, man. You don't gotta get quiet. You can, jump right in, man. You don't gotta get shy around us.
Paige already asked you, can we get rid of Mo Jeff? She asked that when I was up there at work.
That's the fact.
I mean, I like Hailey Van Lith, though.
Yeah.
My only issue is that I don't think her and Mo Jeff can play at the same time.
Yeah, 5'6". You got 5'6" and 2 5'7".
Yeah. I just don't see Jeff keeping all them
guards
just sitting up there waiting for an opportunity to get in the game. I'm pretty sure Vandersloot is gonna start, so that leaves Mo Jeff and HVL fighting for the kind of backup role, and I just a waste of a roster spot to me. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
She about to lose her job. She about to lose. Hey, one thing that Mo Jeff can't do is put asses in seats.
That's true.
Hailey can do the ass in the seat, and Chicago gonna be lit. She gonna be lit.
Chicago gonna be like a rock star because Chicago got two of the most famous women basketball players on their team now. Hailey got a large. So Angel got the biggest, and I'm happy they showed that. I don't know if y'all was watching the
Oh yeah,
I know y'all. I know. Yeah, there you go. I know y'all was broadcasting, so I don't know if y'all watched the actual broadcast on TV. They put it up, and Angel was number one. Yeah, Angel was on Instagram.
8.1 million.
Yeah. So now HVL like in the top 5. She there. So now that they both on the same team, that's gonna be pandemonium. Talk about selling out arenas.
Hey, we all right, man. We okay on that part, but I just need Maddie to really get more muscle because she a vegan. Maddie is a vegan. She got to start eating steak. You got to go out with
How you
Angel.
gonna start? How you gonna make the vegan eat steak,
Listen,
Claude?
Listen, let me throw Monkey Rich in this real quick since you brought up Maddie. Now I know we talking about Hailey Van Lith right now. We talking about our point guard, but y'all do know that, and I learned this from I believe Mo3. Y'all do know Maddie and Olivia Miles is dating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew
So next year, we might just go bring Olivia Miles in here and really have and then look, we gonna have our Chelsea Plum and our Chelsea Gray.
Hey,
There's too much stuff going on, Brooke. I can't keep up with this.
Keisha say, "Hey, wait a minute, it's overwhelming." Yeah, they was dating.
The minute they get mad at each other, people throwing balls at backboards. I ain't got time.
Hey, yo, Brooklyn. When I was watching the draft, I was surprised that they showed that graphics because Angel blowing the competition away.
They was calling sir.
She got almost 5 million compared to the closest one is CC with
Caitlin at
3.1.
Yeah, 3.1. And look,
3.1. Yeah.
Now that because men lie, women lie, numbers don't, man. People need to stop with this whole CC bigger than Angel. Listen, if you like CC game, cool. Angel is the most popular player in the WNBA. Let's be clear, by far. And not only is she the most popular player, she the most popular player with hate and love. Like she got both sides. Like people just it's people who just love to hate her, and it's people who love her. Like she
Hey,
the
I'm
most
gonna drop
popular
a
player.
name. I'm gonna drop a name.
Hey, K-Sap, I dropped the link for you, K-Sap, if you want to join the panel.
She R. Kelly in this motherfucker.
Oh Lord,
oh, come on, man.
I'm lost.
Claude,
I don't
you and
understand
your
that.
tapes, man.
I don't understand the connection with R. Kelly.
Me either. What
are we talking about, bro, Claude?
No, love and hate. You got both sides. He got both sides.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
He got R.I.P. the king. That's the king. That's the king. Hey, don't you talk about Chicago, goddammit. Keep it with your messy ass.
You can. Matter of fact, we don't want to know what you was talking about. We just gonna move on.
I ain't talking about the band shit. See, Keisha, that's what I'm saying. You always talking that crazy shit.
Damn Chicago
Bro Claude over here crashing out the wrong way.
hey, Brooklyn, whose side you on? You on this side? Hey.
Oh yeah, let me play this real quick too. I forgot I want to play this.
Go ahead.
This is a quick video. Let me pause the music real quick. Pause the music. Pull the stop. Hopefully y'all can hear this. Because last time I tried to do this yesterday, they couldn't hear it. So hopefully y'all can hear this.
Nope.
No, we can't hear it, Brooke.
Can't hear it.
Mo3 like, nope.
Hey, that's my man over there. Mo3 be keeping me balanced. Cause straight up, he be like, bro, Claude, just calm down.
Hey man, y'all had me pulling out my hair though watching y'all stream, man. Y'all was crashing out, and I'm like, man, y'all need to just sit down and think about it, man. Like, what y'all want the man to do?
I want that man to stop doing silly shit all the damn time. God damn it, that's what I want him to do.
Yeah, but the only thing that you could complain about really is the Maddie Westbelt thing, and which is not that bad of a pick.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad, Mo3.
He had no control over the other two things. He didn't do the other two things. He loses his job.
Yeah,
I think he gonna lose it either way it goes.
Look, he told us what he was gonna do, and he did it.
No, he did. That nigga. Bro, Claude, don't make me come out my.
Keisha, the hood that came out of Keisha. She said, "No, that nigga, that nigga."
Live, bro, Claude.
You heard him, Mo3?
Yeah, I heard it.
That nigga.
No, listen. He told us what he was going to do on the wing.
He told us he didn't want no little people.
No, that's true. He lied right there. He lied.
He misquoted him. He never said that.
He
said he wants 6 foot wings. A point guard is not a wing.
And did we get any 6 foot wings? That's what I thought. Crickets.
all the wings on the except for all the wings that he brought in is 6 foot.
Look, This man lies diabolical.
Okay, Ariel Atkins is 5'10", so I guess
5'11".
that don't 5'11". Okay, that's close enough.
That girl ain't no
What's the difference
thing.
between 5'11" and 6 foot?
You know what? She
Nothing.
glazing Negroes.
Exactly. Cut the ish, man.
I just
Take your own advice, Keisha. Cut the ish.
He's glazing Negroes.
My man.
All he
Yeah,
do is
yeah,
get up there
Keisha
and
cut.
give it. I
Keisha.
told Bro Clark. I say, Bro Clark. Remember when he did that video? I say, Bro Clark, that man is telling half the truth. Didn't I tell you that, Bro Clark? That man is telling half the truth up there on that video. He is playing chess. He doing other shit.
Yeah, when he said he wanted, he was looking at somebody like Sinai River
Yeah, he
to
was
run the
looking
point.
now.
He did.
Yeah.
Now he said that Mo3. He said he looking for Sinai Rivers. He looking for an athlete like Sinai Rivers,
Yeah,
as
he was
lengthy as
looking
he
and
is in that
find one. He couldn't find one because they not good. Well, they good, but they just not good enough for the sky.
Yeah.
I was just
because
butthurt
he also
because
said he wanted people that could shoot, and they can't shoot.
I was mad because I wanted Barker. I really wanted Barker.
Yeah, when I saw that, Keisha, the funny
I
thing
was
is,
hurt.
hey, Moti, real quick. The funny thing is, I was like, Spock's about to take Sarah Ashley Barker, and then they did. I was like, oh. And then
that was a dagger. That was a dagger.
And then our next picture was Suska. I was like, oh.
I said it on the stream, Brooklyn. I said this is not against Siska, but player, this is not what I was hoping to see walk up here, Siska. I'm sorry, baby. I had something else in my mind, and I seen Barker walk up there and walk off into the sunset.
But listen, if I be honest though, and I just, I take off my Chicago, my Chicago Sky cape, that's actually a good pick for the Sparks. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Good pick.
That was a nice fit because she's a two-way player. A lot of people don't know that she played both ends of the floor. And we was just talking on one of my streams, I think yesterday, and I was saying that if you take a look at the Sparks, right? They don't have perimeter defense. Kelsey Plum, to our HVL point, Kelsey Plum is not a defender, right? And then even Rakia Jackson is not a really good lockdown defender, right? She's solid on defense, but she's not. So I was saying that I wouldn't be mad if they picked up Sanaya Rivers there, but to be that defender. But I'm not mad at the Sarah Ashley Barker pick because that's perfect for them. So.
Let me tell you when it went downhill for me, bro.
And they picked up Fegan.
Bro Claude to tell you this.
That's
it
perfect.
Went downhill for me when I seen the Sun, when Georgia Amore got picked. And then my Anissa Morrow went to Connecticut. I say, you dirty mother.
I knew it was gonna happen, man. Because Bro Claude was calling it into
dirty mother.
Bro Claude was doing stuff.
You want to know what's funny though? You want to know what's funny about that? I'm not mad at Anissa going to Connecticut. Right?
No, it's a good move.
I think it's crazy she dropped so low. Let me say that. But I'm not mad at her going to Connecticut because this what I said early in the broadcast when we first got on. I said this to Bro Claude. The same thing Angel did in Chicago as far as remember when she got drafted, she was in a little press conference room or whatever, and she kind of made them. I think Angel's presence is the reason why Chicago was like, we gotta get our facility. They moving now. They trying to get things right.
Right.
I think Anissa's presence in Connecticut. I'm hoping anyway. I think she's gonna get Connecticut right because everybody talk about Connecticut like it's purgatory, right? So I think her presence there is gonna make them say, "Oh, nah, we gotta build around this. We gotta build something because we got us one."
Brooke, I didn't want her nowhere around them non-facility having people.
Me too. That's why I'm hoping they get right. I'm hoping they realize they got him one, and I'm hoping they get right because you already know Anissa don't care about none of that. She going there to work like a dog.
Yeah, I know. But she used to a certain standard, bro.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah, we all got to pray for Connecticut to be better next year because Keisha is a Connecticut Sun fan now.
Of course I am. That's the other reason. I don't want to have to watch Sun games.
She done jumped Sky and went to Connecticut.
Oh, she said that. That's on record. We gonna
Yes.
beat your ass.
Yeah, I screenshot it. Don't worry, I got it.
Listen, they got solid. They got because that's where Sinai Rivers run, right? They got Sinai Rivers.
They got two dogs.
and they got Ryan Marshall. They got
Yeah,
Ryan Marshall.
they got dogs. Hey, they got dogs.
Yeah.
They got dogs in the yard.
And then they got
dogs.
the little puppet Mabry running around there. She can,
Yeah,
you know.
they got the puppy. Yeah, they got the puppy.
Yeah, but do you see a recurring theme though?
Yeah, I see.
They got they got a bunch of players with low shooting potential.
Yeah. They did that last time. Building the same.
Yeah, that's why I said
Brooke,
reoccurring.
remember we talking about Connecticut ain't letting Mabry go, man.
Yeah.
She they only shooter.
You have to stay here. Mo3. They not letting that girl go.
Hey, Mo3, you gonna have somebody crash out on Connecticut, Mo3.
She's not going nowhere. Because they need her to shoot.
Let me ask you a question. They still got to do it the round 3, right? Because they did round 1 and 2. Oh, they did round 3.
They did 3.
They did 3 tonight too.
Oh, I stopped paying attention.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over, bro.
You know what's
Damn,
funny?
so Deja Kelly ain't get picked.
All
No,
the
she didn't
UConn
get
players
picked.
got picked.
Try to get Mo3?
Yeah.
All the UConn players got picked.
Yeah, I was
They
happy
did.
about that. I was happy about that.
Even Caitlin Chen. She
Yeah,
went
I was
to,
happy
the
about
Valkyrie.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think Caitlin Chen went to the Valkyrie because of the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little obvious. Yeah.
He was like, "Come on over here, my sister."
Yeah. Connecticut Sun was telling her the truth. They trying to build around her. They really.
Yo, listen. Speaking of that, not to cut you over the keys. Speaking of that, I'm so. That's why I gave the Ace so much credit. I was so happy for Aaliyah Nah because Aaliyah Nah wasn't there. She didn't get invited.
That's a good.
Aaliyah Nah was there to support Sarah Ashley Parker.
She was there to support.
Right. Yeah, no, that's
So,
a good pick for the Ace.
Yeah, that's a great pick because they said from listening to the broadcast, and I got to give Nate the credit because Nate was even saying that. He said that on one of my broadcasts. But she's gonna play the role Alicia Clark played for them, which is that's when they go small ball and they put her in a small ball 4. They said they want her to play that role. So I was like, okay, she's 6 foot, so she'll be solid in the small ball 4 role.
Yeah, the Aces did pretty good, even though they had, the pick forfeited.
They got Harmony Turner. That's who I wanted us to get, really.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I wanted Harmony over HVL, to be honest with you. I wanted Harmony Turner to be our point guard. But I knew it wasn't gonna happen because of the school.
No.
So I knew she was gonna drop.
Because of Harvard. Yeah.
Hey, chat. I thank y'all, man, for coming in here, man. I see Brother Jonathan in here. I thank y'all for coming over here, man, and politicking with my brother, man. He really deserves it. He's been working real hard and been grinding. You know what I'm saying? Now he monetized now, right, Brooke?
They doing a review right now, but
So it's official, y'all. I just wanted to announce that I wanted to be here on this show just to say that I'm so proud of my man. He is one of the reasons why I did pick up, you know what I'm saying? He told me I was going to be all right. And I took off, like running, like quick, And I appreciate everybody that's been here rocking with us in the Simply Ball Dropping community. I appreciate everybody doing what they've been doing, man, and spreading the word. And I love y'all, all of y'all. You know what I mean? Hey, I appreciate everybody that support. You listen, hit the like button. Hit the like button because it's good for YouTube to see that you're here and you're present, you in tune, you listening. So, you know what I mean? You got, Brooklyn in the 80s baby up here, man. He's the official monetized. He got that little, you know what I'm saying? He got that little thing, you know what I mean? They send him and say, hey, we reviewing you over. We're going to monetize. We're gonna take care of you and your channel. Just keep on doing what you're doing. So he got that letter already. You know what I'm saying? He got that letter. And I appreciate everybody for helping and being a part of what we doing here, man. And listen, trust me, it means so much to me that, all of you guys that's already in tune with me, it means so much to me that y'all support my family and what we doing. and everybody, every single channel that talks about Angel Reese is our ally. Listen, if you talking about Angel Reese and you on a positive note and you support the Sky and want better for the Sky, even though you might have your team, but you support Angel, hey, you an ally, and I appreciate every single person that is doing something because our sister needed our help. And now look at her. She is the number one most popular basketball player in the world. So that's, shout out to Angel. If you watching Angel, hey, we love you over here, over there, and everywhere. We just wanted to make sure that you know that we support everything that you're doing. We see you trying to work hard. We see you trying to bring people in the eyes to Chicago. And listen, me being a Chicago win, and I'm 10 toes down on my Chicago teams, which y'all know I'm part of the Chicago Connection. And that's me and B. And then, of course, the Players Club with me and Sister Keisha. And then, of course, you're going to see me a lot more on Brooklyn's channel. I just, have been having a lot of personal things going on top of my internet situation. Y'all saw I came off here about three, 4 times. So I just appreciate everybody, man. I just wanted y'all to know that this special, I got to get off of here, bro. But I thank you. I appreciate you for having me on your panel, man. You are a smart, wise brother. You called it. You said it. And I give it, listen, kudos to you and me, goddammit, because we knew them two snow buckets. Hey, we knew them two snow buckets.
Not kudos to you and me.
Goddamn right. You gonna share that cereal. Hey, you gonna share that. Hey, you know how we do it in the hood. Your bowl, my bowl.
And then he's like, well, wait a minute, let me glaze myself.
Hey, your bowl, my bowl. Just use a different spoon, Paul. Keisha, shut your messy ass up, Keisha.
Don't be telling me nothing. I say, Lord. Hey, he was going good until.
That was funny.
I'm out, y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Go to bed, man.
Listen, I got a second video for y'all too. It's a shorter one. It's not as long as the last one I played, but we could kind of. They was. You could tell this video. They huge fans of HVL, right?
Okay.
They not so much fans of from what I took. They not so much fans of the Chicago Sky, but they huge fans of HVL. So I'm gonna play this video real quick so we could break it down. So let me pause the music real quick. We get into the video.
I think would be really scary if she became like a 40% 3-point shooter.
The funny thing about this video too, you could tell when people lying. So obviously, Suska was the first pick, right? And then after that was HVL. So when they pick Suska at 10, it was a lot. Y'all gonna see it's gonna be a large pause. They're gonna pause for about 10 seconds, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that was a good pick." You can tell when somebody lying, and then they didn't say nothing about her, and then proceeded to talk about HVL. Don't even know HVL about to get picked next, but they just talked about HVL for the whole time. So this is hilarious.
That's diabolical.
That'd cheat code. Okay, so the Chicago Sky have their pick in at number 10, and they have chosen Aisha Siuka.
6'4" out of Slovenia.
The Slovenian.
Okay, now, so here's a place I would have liked to have seen Hailey Van Lith go. Which they do have back-to-back picks.
Right.
So
they
maybe
could
she'll
still
go 11.
They could still choose her at number 11.
But I think this is a good pick.
Look. After all that, 20 seconds later, I think this is a good pick.
Players have been chosen pretty early on in this first round, just because to me it's easier at times to judge some of the college players and how they'll end up in their first year, maybe project their use in the W. But you see what she's able to do at 6'4". If you can knock down the three, like,
yeah, she's really slinging that thing.
Is starting to become really positionless in the W, right?
Yeah,
so
that's
you have
true.
to be able to step out and knock down the three. So if you have a player like that can stretch the floor, there's always going to be value.
When you're leaning into them threes, where like
She's
you're not like centered like they really teach you in ball. Like you're supposed to be like right here, like she's leaning into that thing. That type of confidence. Hey, I'm with that.
Just pulling up from wherever as I knock over my dinner. Okay, so you mentioned that the Chicago Sky, they have the number 11 pick as well, and that's where a lot of people projected that HVL would be chosen. So she still has potential to be there, but how do you feel like the fit is with her in Chicago?
It would be a good fit because I think Hailey Van Lith has done everything she can at the college level to make herself into a pro. And that means you're reading the defense and ball screen off. You're making the right decisions, right? You're hitting your teammates in the right spots. Chicago is going to look a little different this year as well than from in years past. But you have to find a really good guard that can get Angel Reese and Camilla Curtis to the ball. Like, that's at the end of the day going to be a huge key for them. They've got a great shooter in Rachel Bannum. So you have the type of team where you can kick it into the paint. You have that inside-outside ability. And I think Hailey Van Lith would, again, be a great pick here. We're really just, like, trying to will her into this WNBA first round.
Come on, call her name. I mean, I do think, though, Hailey Van Lith in this particular spot, like, one of the things that this is my old-timey Indiana fundamental basketball. Like, when I think of her on this Sky roster, I think of complementary basketball.
All this is during the Suska pick.
It doesn't have to be fancy. Everybody's got a very specific role. And I think that it would, again, rising tide lifts all boats in one of those types of situations.
I mean, we look at the departures, we look at the additions. I just saw Ariel down in Tampa. Great to see you, girl. What is the ceiling? Yes, Lute being there is huge.
Won a title with Chicago back in 2021.
Yeah. So she's exactly. What's the ceiling for them now that you look at?
Depending on who they pick and kind of seeing how things develop, like, this is a team I think it's going to vie for one of the last playoff spots.
Yeah, I think this is another one of those you see them on your schedule and you're like, those annoying guys. Like, that's
but not because of the front court, but because of the back court, right? Like, you don't have that killer that can create their own shot at the high level we see some of these teams that advance super far in the playoffs have from a backcourt perspective.
All right, we'll see what the Chicago Sky end up doing with the next pick. All right, so the pick is in. That scared me a little bit. I was like, Chicago Sky have chosen.
Give it a guard. Got to be a guard. Oh my gosh, suspense.
It is a lot.
Right? Yeah. They really took their time.
There she is. Oh.
They couldn't wait.
Wait, is she the first person that we've really seen cry?
I think so. Yeah.
All
right, Hailey Van Lith.
They about to start glazing.
Who we just talked about. We expected to go a little bit higher. Now she'll be in Chicago. I mean, she'll be playing with a lot of great players. She'll be playing with Angel Reese.
Jalen Suggs.
Look at Jalen Suggs there.
Yes.
You got to work on that tie, brother.
Yeah, he I don't know.
Oh, my Lord.
You know what I think those tears are? Like,
the journey?
It is the journey, but I think she was probably, and you talked about the criticism that she took on social media and how that affected her mental health. Like, it looked like the train might have been coming off the tracks when she was at LSU.
Yes.
And to see her come back in the year that she had this year was just so phenomenal. And it has to just feel like a big sigh of relief for her. Because I think it really did seem like it affected the way that people viewed her game. Which, like, hey, like, certain players play different in certain systems. We knew she was a great basketball player. She just needed another opportunity to show that when she's put in the right situations, as you're seeing right here, she's a great player.
They released a video earlier this season, TCU did, of when Hailey Van Lith got a double-double. And head coach Mark Campbell said, hey, Hailey, you got a double-double. She got really emotional talking about it. And you kind of see her journey from what happened at LSU to now going to TCU. And it allowed her to develop that system, allowed her to thrive, to learn. Keep in mind, Coach Campbell, Coach Sabrina Ionescu at Oregon, right? One of the best players in terms of playing in pick and roll situations. So for Hailey Van Lith to learn in that system, she's going to help her big time in the league. Obviously now she's a first-round pick in the W. And she getting to the basket, I mean, look at those skills with the ball. Look how low her crossover is. Her ability to finish through traffic. She's quick, she's crafty, all of the things. And she makes really good decisions in terms of when to keep it for herself and when to distribute.
And someone that knows how to win. They showed it there on the bottom line. First player, men's or women's college hoops, to go to the Elite Eight with 3 different teams. Like, dubs travel well.
Yeah.
It's tough. You can't say that about everybody.
Yeah. So what do you think the ceiling for the Chicago Sky is then this season?
Yeah, they're a playoff team that maybe can contend to get into maybe that 7th or 8th spot, I think.
Because they were there last year.
Yeah.
They were right there. Again, hey, you want to talk about league pass teams?
They're going to be fun.
They're going to be fun to watch.
And guys, hello, Hailey Van Lith and Angel Reese are reunited now.
That's why I said it. Exactly.
Right.
I think it's going to be beautiful to see. Definitely to watch them play again, once again.
They can't wait to put that narrative up, man. Mo3 said they wasn't glazing before.
Yeah, they went in the glaze overdrive. Nah, but I thought that was funny when I'm watching this. You could tell like they was lying because the pick came in. You pause for about 10 seconds, and you go, "Oh, that was a good pick." Like, stop it.
Nah, because I think what happened was I think Chicago messed up. I think they were supposed to pick Hailey Van Lith at 10 and then pick Sitka, but I guess when they was in the draft room, they just told, hey, just pick whoever, man. It doesn't matter. And the
Yeah, we getting
person
both
just
of them anyway.
yeah, the person just said, okay, we're gonna pick her first then. So when that came through, they was like, wait, well, hold up. That's not supposed to be the pick. What?
Right, that's off the program. We got a program before this
Yeah.
started.
Hey, that's how you know this shit is rigged, man.
Right. We got a program. It's printed. I see it here on my desk. Oh man, Brooke. All right. I still crashed out.
So let's talk. We about to wrap the show up. But before we wrap it up, let's just run through at least the first round real quick and say what we thought about the actual picks, what the teams did. So, obviously Dallas went with Paige, no brainer there. We kind of already knew that.
Right.
And then same thing with Dominique Malanga. I know a couple people were saying, you might pick Sonya there, which I think Storm had a good draft too, because they ended up getting your girl O3 Madison Connor.
Yeah, Madison Connor. Yeah, I saw they got her in the second round.
Yeah, so they needed 3-point shooting, so they got 3-point shooting, and they got Dominique Malanga. That's a great draft for them.
Yeah, I had Malanga too.
They got at least one of my girls got drafted.
What you said, Paige?
I had Malanga at 2 also.
Yeah. So now that's why I just kind of went through those two. So my question now for y'all is what y'all thought about what the Mystics did, getting Kiki, Sonya, and Georgia Amore, and then also Lucy Olsen later on in the draft.
They billing through the draft. It's a nice thing. It makes you think all them people that's there is probably gonna be shipped off somewhere. I mean, so I think they starting over with a new coach, new philosophy.
Yeah. I think the only person though that don't fit right now, or maybe on the way out, is Shakira Austin. Right,
I think she on the way out, bro.
Yeah, because you getting Kiki. If you look at it, because they had during the draft, they put up a projected starting lineup, and they had I don't know why they had Brittany Sykes at the 3, because she's more of a 2. But then they had they had okay, the girl name is escaping me. The girl from UConn, Leah Edwards. They had her at the 4, and they had Shakira Austin at the 5, and they had the shooting guard and point guard blank. So they picked up Sonya Citron. Sonya probably going to slide right in at 3, right? That moves Brittany Sykes to 2. They picked up Georgia Amore. She could slide right in at the point. And so when you pick up Kiki, to me, she could slide right in at the 5 next to Aaliyah Edwards, but that means that Shakira Austin will have to be shipped out of there.
Yeah, and do Kiki really want to play the 5?
I don't think Kiki can play the 5 though.
I think with her mentality, no. I think with her body size and her height, she could play either position. Because when you see her, look, I just saw a picture. I think it was yesterday. I pulled it up. I saw a picture of her standing next to Kiki. So it was Anissa Murrow. It was Candace Parker in the middle, and Kiki on the other side. And Kiki and Parker was. They was the same height. So that's why I was saying that's probably why Kiki, because that we had people had a debate of who would go higher, Anissa or Kiki. And even though Anissa have more of the dog and played better, Kiki just got the physicals that you need to play the position. So she could play. My point is she could play at 6'3", 6'4". She could really play either position.
Yeah, they gonna. Jean Grey said Kiki is better than Edwards. Depend on what you want.
Yeah, I think they both solid players.
Yeah.
And like I said, they could play next to each other. So
Kiki is tall though. Yeah, yes, she is tall.
And then after
Who was that for?
at 4 was the Mystics.
Okay, it was
They had back to back. So at 5 they picked. That's where it surprised me in the draft. It made sense, but I didn't think she was gonna go that high. But it did make sense for her to go to that team though, because they got a foreign team.
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't expect her to go that high.
Yeah.
Kind of messed a little stuff up, but then it's like, okay. Okay.
And then also 7 and 8, Connecticut surprised me because I thought they was going to take Sifka. I thought they was going to take one European player, at least 2. So they surprised me with the picks they took.
Look like they trying to get all their people in the building and start building this thing.
Yeah.
They don't want to wait for a player to come over.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see how they lineup gonna look though. That team still kind of look weird to me. It's gonna be difficult for Anissa to start because you got Tiffany, you got Tina Charles there. You know she want to still start, and then you got Nelson and Dota. Maybe she could fight for her minutes, but I don't see Tina Charles coming off the bench, even though she probably should.
No, Nisa probably come off the bench.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard to keep on that bench though with the way she play.
True. But they'll be okay because they ain't trying to, do nothing spectacular. They just over there living basketball life, man.
What if they listen to Bro Claude for coaching advice and put Anissa at the 3? Because he swiping down your 3.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, at this point in time, this would be the right time to develop her.
Yeah.
You ain't expected to win, so this is the right time to develop your rooks.
Yeah.
And
she could make the 3. She just got to start putting the ball on the floor. She got to start dribbling a little bit. But
hey, you got an open season to do. You can try whatever the hell you want, bro. The way this thing looking right here. Now, I don't know if Mabel gonna like it. If Mabel gonna be butthurt. Like, what we doing here? We trying all these different things. I'm trying to win some games.
Right.
But I don't know about they coach. Is they coach like a developmental teaching coach? Or
I don't know much about him. Only thing I know is he did coach the Belgium team, but I don't know like what type of coach he is. I haven't heard players talk about him.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only other thing.
We gonna see.
Coach ain't a teacher, they just be like, look, get it how you live. So we'll see.
Yeah, we gonna see.
And
then obviously we talked about
I might boycott this season.
You gonna boycott this season, Mo 3?
Yeah, man. They ain't draft my girl, man.
Which one is your girl?
Destiny Adams.
Oh, from Norfolk.
Yeah, they drafted Snowflake. I was pushing, and then they didn't draft the color that I was pushing.
I know we were saying that on us. Yeah,
listen, man, Deja Kelly didn't get drafted.
She could play though. That girl from Norfolk State, she could play though. But you know how these drafts go, man.
Oh, you talking about Destiny? Not Destiny. Danielle. What's her name from Norfolk State? I know you talking about.
I'm talking
he's
about
talking about. People? Yeah, he's talking about the girl from Rutgers, light skinned girl from
Rutgers. Okay, I'm getting the 2 names mixed up then.
I know who you talking about though.
You know who
she the 5'6" girl. She could play.
She could play, but everybody don't like size except for Jeff. He like little people according to him now. So change every 5 minutes.
Destiny Adams is a better Maddie Westbell. She could do the same thing she does, but better.
Oh. See, there's a lot of talent getting left out the draft because they don't have a lot of spots.
No, it's probably because she was on Rutgers. They probably don't even know who the hell. I'm probably saying that, and Jeff don't know who the hell that is. Like, who?
Right about that. If they don't be in prime time, it's hard to It all comes out to your scouting department.
Yo.
Hey, play
What
some
up, Nate?
play some Destiny
What's going
Adams
on?
highlight reels to cheer me up, Brooklyn.
Hey, did she get drafted at all?
I'm gonna play him after
No,
this one.
No,
shit.
I'm gonna play him after this one.
that's why I
That's
need
why he sounds
Brook.
so depressed.
That's why I need Brooklyn to cheer me up with some highlight reels.
I got you. I'll play it after this one. I want to play some videos for y'all, but y'all can't. Let me see if y'all can hear this one. Y'all ain't gonna be able to hear this shit. Mute it.
Anybody hear a word that girl saying?
Yeah, I can't hear nothing.
Can't hear no.
I know what she
Brooklyn,
said
you gotta get
because I
your
watched the draft.
audio together,
That was
Brooklyn.
the pregame show.
You be on here not having your computer hooked up to the
It worked.
mic.
No, but look, it works when I do the like if I do a recording, it
A
works.
video. It
But I don't
works.
know. It's not working on the live. I don't know why it's not working.
Hey, hold on, Brooke. You can't have her come on your show talking trash, man.
That's
How
all
she
I
come on your
do.
show talking trash?
That's
Like,
all
girl,
I
hold
do.
on
Talk
now.
trash right
Hold on, this
back
the
to you,
perspective
Nate.
now. Hold on. This
You
is the
need no
perspective. You need to go on with that. This ain't the trio. This the perspective. You need to go on with that mess now.
You a
Come
hater.
over here talking trash. Yeah, I'm a hater.
I talk shit all the time. I be like, Brooke can ask us about 3 times. Can you hear that? No, Brooke, we can't hear it, Brooke.
Oh snap! See, you know what? I got to defend my brother, man. Now I got to roast. I got to defend my brother.
There go your
I do
there
that.
go your girl though. There go your girl Mo3. He
Look,
just ain't get drafted.
I do that shit all the
Yeah,
time. I
man.
be thinking people can hear
Sad
me and they
times,
don't hear a
man.
word
Sad
I'm
times.
saying.
She should. You know what? She messed herself up by going from. I mean, she did do better though when she went from North Carolina to Rutgers. But that team was so bad that nobody, you know what I'm saying, noticed her. So I know you wanna play for you want to be close to home, but you should have went to a better team.
Yeah, sometimes them kids don't be, they just be thinking about,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I miss my mommy and daddy, so I'm gonna go to this trash school and get all the minutes I need.
Yeah,
Oh, what in the
man.
world is that, Brooklyn? What's that?
Which is about the feedback or the video? It's a feedback,
The
right?
feedback, yeah, that feedback.
Yeah, somebody got feedback. I don't know who.
That's the key. That's Keisha.
Is
That's
it me?
Keisha.
Hold
That's
on.
Keisha. I don't know if it is you, but I'm gonna blame you anyway. It's Keisha.
You know what, Nate? When I run up
I'm
on
gonna
you in
blame
the
you
dark
anyway.
alley, you gonna get it.
Come on,
You ain't
man.
going
Leave that
nowhere near
girl
no
right there.
dark alley. You
No,
ain't go outside. You ain't go
yeah.
outside. K-Sap already said,
Maddie is not
hey,
doing none of that.
K-Sap already said he saw you
Maddie's
at
not doing none of
McDonald's and
that.
you ran.
Yeah, I
K-Sap
don't
All
be
already
right.
messing
said he
around with
saw
no
you
Listen,
at
at
man.
no
We're going looking for
McDonald's.
Jeff
he saw you
after
at
this.
McDonald's and you took off.
I had to run.
Keisha,
Who?
where we meeting up at? We going looking for Jeff after this, man.
We going to look for Jeff P. I already sent Bro Claude. He be talking all that shit. He ain't going down. I say,
Yo,
go
Maddie's
down
not
there.
doing none of this right here,
Hey,
bro. Look at that. Four
bro, man,
four
listen,
players. Get off,
Let me
man.
see.
Look at this.
Okay.
Brooklyn draft was
Look at
horrible.
this. Look at
My
this.
draft was horrible. Thompson picking Sanaya Fagan at 10. I'm like, why in the world we pick
Look at this.
Sanaya Fagan at
Look at
10?
this.
Hey, Nate. Hey, remember yesterday
Yeah.
everybody was talking about where Cheyenne Sellers at in the first round?
Yeah, she dropped, and her knee must be messed up.
It is.
Like it's gotta be her knee gotta be jacked.
She wasn't in my first round either.
Yeah,
You
her
know what?
knees jacked.
She wasn't in Mikachu's either.
Man.
She was in
That's
mine.
crazy, but I said healthy, she's top 5, so her knee must be really messed up.
Yeah, her knee.
No,
They
she
don't
not.
stand like the medicals.
No, she not.
She been dragging that knee
I
around
thought
for like half the
she was gonna
season.
go 5
to
the Mystics.
Valkyries.
Yeah.
No, no.
Any one of them
I
teams.
meant 4 to the Mystics.
Oh, 4.
Okay. She said
I
end
thought
up
she was
going
gonna
to the
go 5 to
Valkyries,
the
right? That's
Valkyries.
where she went, right?
Hey,
Valkyries.
listening to Hayes live when Scott did get sellers for 10 or 11. Oh man, that was hilarious. He was so pissed.
Oh, he was over there
He was
crashing
so
out.
pissed. He was crashed. Him and Steve-O was crashing. He said, man, I've been out hitting that Haley. I've been out hitting that. Man, no. He calmed down and he was like, okay, I see. Maybe, because we ain't really got no choice. You know what I'm saying? She's here. She's
Oh,
drafted.
bro,
So,
you gonna have a heart
I
attack.
knew
Calm
the sky
down, man.
wasn't gonna pick her, man. she don't got enough off shooting
Who?
for Jeff P. Jeff P was not gonna pick her.
Pick who? Cheyenne?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that messed up. I'm telling you, they saw the medical because
Not
she
even
injured her knee
not even
4
not
times.
even that.
Thanks, man.
Even if her foot was good, he
Yeah,
was
she
not
didn't have
gonna
enough
pick her.
shooting. No, I believe if she was healthy, she would have had a better season. Like her knee is real jacked up. So the fact you see how far she dropped, so I think her medicals is messed up.
She got hurt at the end of the season though.
No,
She
she
got hurt
didn't.
4 times this season. Yes, she did. Yeah.
She got
And she
hurt
wasn't.
like, but the first time was like toward the middle. It was before even the tournament went down.
Yeah.
I watched her when she went down. She was out 3 games after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really count the first one because it was like it was just
How the
like
hell you don't count the first one when the
because it wasn't like a real injury, it was just like a precaution, like just sit out this.
the
It
hell?
was like the Page injury. Page wasn't really injured. They was just like, yo, we gonna keep it safe.
No,
Just
that
get
girl
your ass on the
needed.
bench for like a
No.
game or
Hey,
two.
Cheyenne was
I'm
hurt.
not
Hey,
gonna
no,
say that.
Cheyenne was hurt.
That
And she
girl
wasn't
was
hurt. She
Y'all
jacked
faking the
making
up.
funk.
excuses, man. That girl fell to
I'm not
17
Yeah.
because
making
she's not
excuses.
that good.
No, she kind of went down the same time her teammate went down and tore her ACL.
Because guess what? Guess what? Remember, hey, who was the other 6'2" when everybody thought they couldn't get Cheyenne
Sunday.
Fellas? Where
Yeah,
she
she
went?
went to the storm. Yeah, she
No, no,
went to
no,
the
no.
storm at
But
like 27.
there we go. And her knees ain't messed up. The
Oh
GMs
no.
don't
Yeah,
see what
she not
y'all
that
see.
good.
Whatever y'all think,
Yeah.
whatever y'all seeing, the GMs don't see it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just because you 6'2" don't mean you can ball.
Hey, let me tell
Hey, you
you
know what?
something.
Hey, you
That's not
convinced me.
always true
I know this
because
wasn't the country
I'm
about.
gonna tell you because I've seen people get picked high and they trash,
And they
and I've
trash,
seen
yeah.
people get picked low and they not
And then,
trash.
yeah.
Listen, we
And
Like
all the
DJ
scouts out
we
there.
Carrington.
all listen. We all seen that, but we also seen people that get picked low and they trash. We seen that
Yeah,
too.
that's what
They
I'm
still
saying.
was
But what
trash,
I'm
yeah.
saying is you can't go off GMs because they wrong
Yeah. GMs get
60%
it.
of the
Everybody
time.
get it wrong. You never know on the drive. You never know.
60% of the time.
Yeah.
I was arguing
But
with B the other day
listen.
about the
Every once in
quarterback
a
for
while,
Chicago.
hey Lakeisha. Every once in a while, you get your "I told you so" moment. This is just mine. That's
Not
all.
really.
This is just mine.
And Brooklyn did pick Brooklyn had Hailey on there. I was like, no, Brooklyn, what you mean?
No,
So I'm just saying, man, I'm feeling
I
it.
kind of said Haley only because the way they were shouting each other out, it looked like a little bromance going on between her
Yeah.
and Angel.
I like that though. I like that.
Yeah.
You need
I was
to
like,
She
have
know her talent. Yeah.
especially with all this like shit that going on social media, you need to have somebody that champion you back. And then also, listen, we all know this. We all had situations where it might have been a relationship or it might have been a family member, somebody where they require so much of your emotion that you feel drained. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all dealt with that in
Yeah.
life at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice to have somebody to give it back. You get what I'm
Give it
saying?
back to you.
And
Yeah.
that's what Angel and HVL
Yeah.
relationship is, because a lot of people don't understand Angel. She paused into her teammates. She paused into
I can't let him do it.
She paused into her teammates. So Angel needs somebody that's gonna pour back into her, and that's what HVL does.
Yeah. I mean, she'll learn from Snoop. I still don't think she's gonna be a
But no, I can't let him do it. Not the whole moment, Brian Allen. Just a little bit.
wow.
Yo, you know what's funny? Hey, this is what's funny. I said, and Lakeisha, I don't know, you might remember this, you might not. But I said, yo, we sitting here talking about Cheyenne Sellers, and I'm like, yo, these Alabama girls is better. I said Sarah Ashley Barker. I said Aaliyah. Nah, these are the ones we need to be talking about. And both of them
went before.
They both went before her. The only one that went after, or only one that did go low, was Zay Green, which I think she should have went higher. Zay Green is nice, but
she
I
had a lot of injury history too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alabama girls was cooking her. She couldn't stop none of them. She couldn't stop none of them in that Maryland game. Yeah, Zay Green, she got a bunch of injuries.
She got a bunch of injuries, yeah.
Yeah, Cheyenne Sellers couldn't stop neither one of them, man. That's crazy.
I think she told that knee up pretty good. Twice, I think.
Well, Sarah Ashley Barker was injured this year. She came back from injury this year. That's a hell of a story too, because most of these girls get injured and they stay in college. Sarah Ashley Barker was injured this year, came back from injury, played amazing, and went into the draft. Was first round pick.
Like no ACL was.
I don't know what her injury was. I just know she was out. I would have to look up.
Is different. She had like I don't know if it was the ACL or
Yeah,
the
MCL, bitch. She had both of you. Yeah, she was hurt for like 3 years. Yeah. Hey man, it's staring. And she in LA. I know her mama glad that in LA she get a good Botox person.
See, you people
Man, listen. Her mom face looks fake.
I'm just reading the comments.
Fast being messy now. He's being messy.
I'm just reading the comments. That's all.
I like Michaela Templeton. I do. I like Michaela Templeton.
Yeah, she's solid.
I don't think both of them go. I don't think her and Bree Hall gonna make the roster.
Nah.
Yeah, they gonna have to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so I got a question, bro.
What's up?
So, with the way the scout pick, because Asia Sifka is coming, she playing this year. She said she's not stashing nowhere. She trying to play this year.
She said no, she's not.
Shit! Fight! Mo 3, Nate, fight!
Listen, if that's what she said, I ain't gonna be the one fighting. Maddie West.
No, Asia Sifka wants to play. Yeah, she said she wants to play this year. No, she said the interview. She said she'd be looking forward to playing with Angel.
Yeah.
And somebody else, but the only person she knows is Angel. That's all she kept talking about was Angel Reese.
Well, they're gonna tell Maddie nice for showing up for camp, but
So that was my question. I don't, because Jeff was talking about Maddie. Since I am Maddie Westfield, that's why they're gonna pick Maddie.
Hey, listen, man. They only got one spot left.
They got
you can't get both of them.
Two. They got 2 spots.
No, they got one because Hailey Van Lith is definitely
right. Hailey and Asia. That's it. That's what I'm saying. So
Maddie gonna be at home or in China.
Maddie gonna be at home watching the W just like
the only way that doesn't happen is if Jeff swing a trade for Mo Jeff. If he can swing a trade and get her out of here,
you got to tap the first round pick to her.
Then he can bring in 3. Then he could bring in 3 of them. But
so that was my question I was trying to get to before Mo 3 kept interrupting me. You know what I'm saying? Him and talking trash. Keisha over there just interrupting people, being rude.
Or Rachel Banham is another one, because I don't think Rachel Banham.
Hey, don't make me get
they like her
for you, Nate. I heard y'all the other night going back and forth. These 2 Negroes.
Hey, Nate, I gave you credit. I forgot what I gave Nate credit for earlier with the draft. It's something you said. I gave you credit a little while ago. I forgot what it was.
Oh, Hot Boy Corleone, you ain't right. Lord.
Yeah,
Yo, your girl. Hey, listen, remember we was talking about the Sedona Prince not going in the first round? Well, she ain't going no round.
No, she didn't.
Hey, you know what? So I'm in certain conspiracy theories, right? So listen real quick before y'all cut me out. All right, so hold on, listen.
Okay.
So I know Sedona has been, I know Sedona Prince, people think the allegations, like the abuser. But Sedona Prince is actually responsible for a lot of the NIL stuff, right? So y'all don't remember Sedona Prince when after 2020 and they was working out, she's the one that put everybody on blast. She took a picture of the equipment like, hey, look, y'all, this is what we working out with. You know what I'm saying? This is trash they're giving us, and this is what the men have. Because they said they don't have the money in the space, right? And she took a video of the space that they have, and there was no equipment. And then all of a sudden, they start coming up with equipment. That was Sedona Prince. So they made sure she got blackballed. They was like, oh, for real? Oh, okay. So, and I looked into
like that.
So I looked into the allegations because they're allegations. So one of her exes, was trying to get pulled because this is Sedona. And so on Facebook, she was like, her boss, she's like, yeah, I'm the one putting the strap on, been the hog. And Sedona was like, "Hey, take that down." Yeah, she was like, "Hey, take that down. Woo, what you doing?" And it took her a while before she finally took it down. And Sedona was pissed, so she's like, "Hey, I'm done with you." And then after they broke up, she was like, "Hey, allegedly she assaulted me." I mean, I say allegedly. Allegedly she assaulted me. And then listen, I'm going by the facts. I'm going by the facts.
Okay.
I'm going by the facts. I'm going by the facts. You know, so I'm like, man, there's no way. So Sedona was responsible for all of this. She started it. Like she was the one on TikTok, like, "Hey, Law, look what they did. Look what they gave us." She the one that started that. Like, "All right, we're gonna make sure we get these girls equipment." They was like, "Oh, thanks Sedona, da 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 da." Man, I think she got blackballed. They was like, "Oh, we got you." I think she was blackballed. I don't know, because it's innocent till proven guilty unless you black. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think she was blackballed.
Yeah, she probably
Allegedly.
was because she also sued them too. She sued them and won.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll say this though, hot boy. You right. Caitlin Clark cook Adrienne every time she see her. But before she was in LSU and she was in Louisville, HBL used to cook her right back. Now, obviously, Caitlin Clark would have a better game, but HBL, in other words, Caitlin can't stop HBL neither. You know what I'm saying? So they go at each other.
Yeah, that's what everybody keep thinking of that one LSU game. That was on Kim Oakland. Like, how do you not adjust?
If you go back and look at that Louisville matchup, HBL was getting off.
Yeah, she was going off. Yeah,
Caitlin Clark just had the better game, but HBL went off too. So.
Nate,
and just like they don't remember. Oh, go ahead.
Thank you for that story about Sedona Prince. I learn something new every day.
I'm telling you.
No.
I be researching, man. Listen, if I'm gonna come up here and say something.
I think they was through with Sedona Prince. I think if she could have went back to school, she would have, but she couldn't.
No, she was too old. She ran because she got injured like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
Yeah. So she hurt her back one year, and then one of the schools, I think it was Baylor, or one of those schools.
30 years old. That woman got
She didn't want to play her, so
that
wow.
Don't need to be playing with them little children no more. No, she don't need to be out there. She don't need to be out there playing with them little children.
You a hot mess.
She don't need to be out there no more. She probably going overseas to China or Turkey or something.
Well, she still needs to improve her game, but she's 6'7", but she got exposed.
Yo, let me ask you
I'll see how I do believe she got blackballed though.
I don't think you need all 3 of them, so I'm gonna just say all 4 of them because 2 of them play the same. So I'm gonna just say 3. But not actually 4. If Jeff find a way to, I don't think this is gonna happen. But if Jeff find a way to trade Mo Jefferson and Rachel Banham, then he could.
Well, he only need one spot.
Then he
so the last pick is her. She has an ACL, so she won't play this year anyway.
Yeah,
she's like basically like a drafting stash, so she's not playing this year anyway. Yeah.
Can we just move on from both? I don't,
From who?
Bo. I think he's gonna have to get rid of both of them. Like he's gonna have to trade both of them for one player to open up a spot.
Oh, both of them. Oh,
all he could just trade
both,
like he did. Because I think with Dana, if I'm not mistaken, Mo3, when he traded Dana, all he got back was 2nd round picks, right?
Yeah, 2 second rounds, 16 and 22.
Yeah, like that. Just get some picks back. Then he can sign a rookie.
Man, they're gonna be like, "Hey, you give us a pick. We taking out Mo Jeff." They're like, "Hey, you need to give us some picks."
I mean,
you know what? They probably gonna have to do what Indiana did with Katie Lou and pay her off.
Connecticut need a backup point. Oh, well, that'd be going right back to where it came from.
Yeah,
exactly.
That would be
Phoenix.
right.
Phoenix.
Then they're gonna have to go over the cap.
Phoenix needed.
Who going over the cap?
Chicago.
Chicago got plenty of money. What you mean? Chicago got plenty of money.
Talking about we just leave it they salary dead on the books. I think is what he talking about.
No, don't look. What Indiana did, a portion of the salary goes on the books. Yeah, not the whole thing, but a portion of the salary goes against the books.
Whatever they paid her, that goes on the books.
Yes, but they have plenty of money. Man, let me pull up. Hey, Brooke, can you pull up the salary cap? Because Chicago got plenty of money, man.
Well,
The last
at
time
the
I
end,
checked, there was 700,000 under the cap.
so you want them to just offer them a
What?
buyout, huh, Nate?
Yeah.
Hmm.
After the rookies, they'll probably be after
After they get through training camp, they'll probably make a decision.
right. So it'll probably wind up being like probably 400,000 under the cap. But they got
That
plenty of
thing
money
say
under
you
the
only
cap.
got
They're gonna have to.
198,000 left, huh? Or am I looking at that wrong?
You're looking at that wrong. Because they don't have a bunch of max salary contracts. They only got one, and
They
that's
got
Ariel
200. They
Atkins.
got
Oh,
200,000.
Brooklyn, is
A
that
little less
right?
than 200,000 cap
Cap
space.
space 198, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
all they
right?
left.
All right, so Mo Jefferson's contract is 150, and you pay her off like, all right, we're gonna give you what they gave Katie Lou Hers for. Hers was 180. What they give
Gave her
her like,
100, I think.
right, we give you 100 to go away.
How does
That
somebody
goes against the
take?
cap.
How do you convince
No,
somebody
because
to
the
take
minimum
less?
rookie the rookie contract is what 78,000 or something
Yeah,
like that.
78,000, 76. Yeah,
And
I think
Mo
yeah,
it
Jeff,
depends on where you
So
get
it got to.
drafted at, because it's
yeah.
bigger
Also, right.
depending on where
So
you
the
get
first
drafted.
four picks, are like 83,000, and then after that it starts to decrease a little bit. Because Angel,
okay.
since she was 7, so 5 through 7, 4 through, yeah. So the lottery picks are like in the 86 and 87,000. And then after the lottery, it drops to like 78, $76,000. And then the second
Damn,
round is 66,000.
we paying Mo Jeff
Yeah, but she's
145.
in. Yeah,
Yep,
both of
145,000.
them is in the first round. Wait, oh no, Maddie's in the second round.
Yeah, Maddie in the second round. Yeah,
Oh, all
exactly.
right. So she getting paid like 60 something.
Right. If she was to stay, get a roster
Yeah, so
spot.
I buy out my work then.
I know. I've done the math on this already. I know it will work.
Your math is
Your
off.
math ain't
You
My
mathing,
told us
math
Nate.
is
you have
math thing.
700,000. That
No, I
198 is
said
not
the last time
700,000,
I
bro.
looked, and I said the last time I had looked, but they had to adjust it. So what they do when you sign our initial contract, which you don't know, like when they sign Vandersloot to their contract, she wound up getting an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? When they had so
But
much
you know
space and
what,
so much
Brooke?
contract left, so it got
That
bumped up.
doesn't include the rookie salary with Hailey Van Lith and
Oh yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, so that might not work either.
That might not
They still
work.
might go over the cap because you gotta add in Haley Van Lith and Sifka in. That's almost two. That's almost
That's
buyout is not gonna work.
160,000. That's
Yeah,
Buyout is
160,000.
not gonna work
yeah, that might not
I
work.
think it'll still work. It depends on what she'll take as a buyout. That's all. That's what I'm
unless
saying.
they buying her out for like 40 racks, and I doubt she gonna do that.
Yeah, who a dumbass?
Nah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Who gonna do that? I wouldn't even
Yeah,
take less than the
yeah.
145. Give me
Your
all
math
my
ain't
money.
mathing right, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they
I
got to
know
do
the math
something.
ain't right.
He most thirsty. The math ain't right. The math is not mathing, Nate. Yeah,
Well, I think
told
they
you.
can still work out something because
Only person
Yeah, trade.
unprotected
they
is
gave
Kia.
Michaela 125. Man,
They
Michaela better
did.
earn that 125.
She better. We like Brooklyn said
She
at the
better earn
beginning
that
of the show.
125. I'm
We
sorry.
gonna see. She better get
She better
it.
earn that 125 because I'm
All
telling you right now, if Asia Sifka come in training camp and she show I can play right now, hey, Michaela hit the bench. Matter of fact, hey, you gonna start so we can show what you can do and trade you. That's what I'm doing. I'm
You ain't
trading
no.
you.
Ooh, you
I'm
diabolical,
trading
Nate.
you. Like, oh man, you got some trade value. Hey, y'all see that? Y'all like when Jeff was pumping up Dana Evans and saying how you need a player like that, and then I kept telling y'all he's gonna trade her. Oh, I ain't got rid of Dana yet. Oh, he's saying he pumping her up. I'm like, man, he finna trade her, man. Y'all panicking over nothing. He ain't keeping that heifer. She's a
But
cancer in the locker room,
I
and
can't
he
wait till
didn't. He
Dana
traded for
come
2
back
picks.
with her aces
when he was
team
glazing Dana
and look.
though, that was 2 seasons ago. That wasn't last season.
I know, but
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
you
It was
know,
old, and
you
Brooklyn
know what,
pointed that
hot
out. Like,
boy?
hey, that's an old
Bozo.
video. People were
That's a
still
hot
flipping out.
take, but I ain't even mad at you. I agree with you.
What's a hot take? What you talking about?
Dana better than Mo Jeff. The only problem is Dana gonna throw the ball at the backboard, so we can't mess
She
around with her.
man, Brooklyn better than Mo Jefferson right now. She got one leg. She got one leg.
She got one leg. Damn.
Now, when Mo Jeff was healthy, when she was healthy, Mo Jeff was a problem. You know what I'm saying? She came from UConn, she won the title. So Mo Jeff used to be good, but she's just too small. Like her trying to do all that, you know what I'm saying? The speed and everything. Because she reminded me a lot of Derrick Rose. I think I said that. She reminded me of Derrick Rose because you know what I'm saying, the way he was contorting his body and moving, he couldn't, you know what I'm saying, his body couldn't take it, all that high impact. And that's a lot reminded me of Mariah Jefferson. Like she was doing a lot of the moves she was doing, she was too small. And it's like her ankles was like, no, no, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what her body was doing. Right. Her body was like, we ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know.
she can take all that.
They seem like they can get some. Look, Jeff act like he can get something out of Mo Jeff. That's the way he be acting.
Yeah, you get the same way he was. Listen, it's called average. You know what I'm saying? Upselling your product. Okay, it's called upselling your product.
Jeff is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this.
That man in the head. Ain't nobody.
Look at this beautiful table I have here. I cleaned this thing up, and look at this beautiful polished table that I just hooked up. You know what I'm saying? I paid $45 to fix it, but I'm gonna sell it to you for $1,800.
Who the hell gonna believe that, Nate?
Oh, please, that happen all the time. What you talking about? Talking about cool?
You be.
What kills me though is these Angel Reese haters.
2 minutes a game.
Yeah, these Angel Reese haters. Angel, they just HBF and they finna have a more popular player. I'm like, can't y'all think of something else, man? This is more content. Go talk about your boring, you know what I'm saying, your boring favorite player. Like I did when K-Sat made the video about, you know, Angel and Asia leading the way, these clowns. I'm like, man, I went in the comments like, man, y'all in these comments, y'all ignorant. And y'all mad because y'all favorite player are boring. And then I knew they was gonna go off. I got so many notifications. Oh, boring. How about 38% field goal percentage? That's wrong. That's not 38. What are you talking about?
Man,
how about 12 turnovers a game?
They got them stats tattooed on the back of their hand. Hell, why they bring that shit up every time?
And then they be misinformed because it's like they act like she the only one that broke records. Oh, she broke this many records. Da 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 da. I'm like, well, Angel broke records too.
Yeah,
but they don't know none of the records Angel broke, but they'll sit here and tell you she broke 72 records. Like they know the exact number. She broke 63 records.
And you like, man, she broke the rebound. Oh, rebounding her own misses. Who box out then? Like she say, box out. Tell your favorite player to box out. Box out then.
Yeah, 72 records. I ain't even looked that up to even know if you lying or not. I ain't got time for that.
But some of the
that's how they be sounding.
Not good records. That's why I don't understand why people keep bringing that up. Like a lot of the records she broke is not good records. Like she broke the turnover records. Like she demolished. She broke like 5 or 6 different turnover records.
Not even
That's not
close.
Good.
She's people
like the
not
most
even
turnovers
close
in a single game. The most turnovers for a rookie. The most turnovers
in a season.
The most turnovers. Yo, she's not
getting it. It's a record
turnover record she broke. Like that's horrible.
It's a record though.
And you should hear them try to justify it though. When Lakeisha and them did their show, I was dying laughing because dude came on there talking, oh, K-Sap, you know what I'm saying? You out there talking about Caitlin. He said, when I do that? And then he tried to justify Caitlin getting all those turnovers. Oh, well, she a point guard. It's like, what you mean? Also, since she a point guard, right, she can just throw the ball away. Come on, man. Stop playing.
Throw it at the backboard. It don't matter.
All the other point guards in the league ain't averaging 12 turnovers.
Hey, listen. And y'all just reminded me talking about the turnovers. That's actually, you know, because I researched these players. Getting back to our Georgia Amore conversation earlier, Georgia Amore is a really good point guard. And she's really good at, like, you know, finding her teammates and playmaking and assisting. But she another one of them high turnover point guards too. Yeah, she turned the ball over too. So we're gonna see how she translate as far as that goes with turnovers in a W.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah,
you know those things don't matter, bro.
The thing with Georgia Amore is, like, basically the majority of 90% of her turnovers come from her taking risky passes. But that's not the case with Caitlyn. Caitlyn just be getting a cookie stolen, a pocket pick all the time. She coming down court thinking she gonna do something. Give me that. Like everybody, yo, they like
Yo.
okay.
No, I'm sorry. I ain't
Yeah.
make control. I was just gonna say because you made me think about this with the pickpocket thing. Can you imagine her playing Dallas now? With first, you got to not only do you got to go up against Paige, you got Dejanay harassing you.
Oh, you got Isaiah James coming off the bench. Why did they pick Isaiah James? That confused me.
And Madison Scott, right? Madison Scott went there.
Man,
Madison Scott, yeah.
The Wings ain't playing with
know
y'all.
And she played defense too. Madison Scott.
You know why they
So
picked her?
the Isaiah James pick made me think they're going to trade
Wnba. Hold on, what you were saying, Mo3?
No, I was saying I was telling Nate the reason why they picked them was so that when Caitlyn come to Clark, Caitlyn come to Clark. When Caitlyn come to town, Paige is going to shine and she's not.
Yeah.
You know what, Mo3? You sound like you're gonna enjoy it a little too much.
No, I feel like they're gonna trade. They planning on trading Wnba because Isaiah is literally an on-ball player like a Wnba. So I'm like, y'all trading her? Yeah, eventually. I think after this year, because I think they're gonna see how it look, but I think they planning on her being gone. Because I know she said when she retired contract, I'm here for 3 years, so I don't think she planning on being out of there. I think they kind of plan for the worst. So I think Zaya is like the Enrique, what I'm saying,
Replacement.
Backup. Yeah.
Yeah, but I got sad news for the rest of the WNBA. It's not gonna work out like that. Enrique is gonna be fired with Paige. Cause Paige gonna calm that craziness down. Paige gonna be like, hold up, we ain't doing that.
No, she's not. She's too passive. She's not gonna do that. Not year one.
No, she's not. You watch when she playing UConn when they do some crazy stuff. She goes
to
call her huddle real fast and be like, hold up, we ain't doing that.
But Mo, sometimes two things can be true. I don't think, again, we're going to see. I'm not saying I'm right, but I don't even think that's going to happen. I think sometimes when you play with a certain player, it bring the best out of you. So I think with Paige's style, would want her teammates to be great because Paige ain't going to come out there and just want to shoot the ball 100 times. She going to get her points, but she also going to be dishing. So I think she going to be setting Enrique up. So Enrique going to look better playing with a Paige. So I think it's gonna happen. I think what you saying is gonna happen organically. I don't think it's gonna happen where she just gonna say like, "Yo, what are we doing?" I think Paige is gonna be sharing the ball and making like Enrique just gonna play better because she's playing with a player like Paige. It's almost like playing with a LeBron or playing with a Jason Kidd. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get the Jason Kidd thing. I don't get the LeBron thing.
LeBron make plays better. Depending on what type of player you are. If you're a shooter, he make you look better. If you're not a shooter, then...
Exactly.
But yeah, so I don't know if y'all heard Cameron Brink probably won't be back to mid-June. Maybe before the All-Star break, maybe right after. So I want to know, you know what I'm saying?
They got Sanaya Fegan, so.
Is she gonna make the? How many? Who gonna make? Is she gonna make the roster though?
I think I don't know how many people on their roster, but I thought I was thinking she would.
I thought they got a pretty good full roster.
They need to get more they need to get deeper at that position. So I thought that was a good pick for them.
Yeah, I would like to see her make the rosters though, because I know they picked up Sarah Ashley Barker at 9. And then they got Sanaya Fegan. I gotta look at some of these rosters and look at some of these spots. See how many teams actually got spots open.
Man, I don't know, man. It's so many. I think it's gonna be a lot of good teams next year. Cause I'm thinking about the Sparks, and I'm like, man, I like their roster, especially when Cam come back.
I don't
I'm
like
not
it.
saying they're gonna win it all. I'm just saying they're
All
gonna
right.
be
I mean, I'm not saying they're gonna suck, but they sucked last year. It was 9-26. You know what I'm saying? So they
yeah,
not
but
gonna be all of a sudden
that was two
26-9.
yeah, but
Damn,
there
9
was
and
two reasons for
26.
that. They had injuries
Yeah.
and they was trying to lose. They was trying to get that
Players
number
never
one
try to
pick.
lose.
So they only
Let me
got
tell you
9.
something.
They only got 9 players right now, and some of them
LA?
unprotected. But I don't think they're gonna get rid. Yeah. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the rest of these is training camp, rookie exception, training camp, training camp. So you only got 9 people. Then some of these is unprotected. So if they want to cut somebody, they can. I doubt they cut any of these players because this is Odyssey. They brought Odyssey back for a reason. Obviously, Ray Burrell ain't going nowhere. Julie Alleman, she was from overseas. They just made her active again. Obviously, Cam Brink not going nowhere. Rakia not going nowhere. So I doubt they cut any of these players. But these are all this. So they got 9 active players on their roster. So they could sign. They could sign both of them.
Oh, okay. Because
That's why they
I still
fired
don't
Kurt
think
Miller.
I
Once they
still
didn't
think
get
they
the
get a
number one pick, they like, oh, you out of here. You made us lose,
yeah.
and we didn't get the first pick. Get out of here.
I still think the Scots planning on trying to get a point guard next year. Their point guard future. I think Haley's a peak. No, she's a backup point guard. She's not a starter. She's like a backup combo
But
guard.
I compare. She could play. She could probably still start because, again, I compare to Kelsey Plum, right? Type of player, like same type of height, same type of play style, right? And if you take a
True.
look at the Aces play Kelsey Plum and Chelsea Gray together. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So she could play. I'm saying if we build our team in that way, they could have that type of roster. But she could also come on. I'm not against. I'm not saying she can't come off the bench. I'm not against that. But I'm saying it is a possibility she could start with the right lineup. I hate niggas like this. I hate niggas like you can't have basketball conversations. When did I say she plum?
Not once.
But when you talking about basketball for the people in the back, right? For the slow people in the back, when you talking about basketball, you have player comparisons. That's what people do, especially when people come out the draft. You say, "Oh, you look at it and say, well, who does player play like? Who's they player comp?" Come on, Andre.
Yeah.
I need you to be a little smarter than that, dog.
Hey, Sifka's she's 6'4", right? Yeah, she's 6'4".
Yeah, she's 6'4".
Who's 6'4"?
Sifka.
She need a little ass on her too.
Oh man.
She need to eat it.
Wow, Keisha. Wow.
I'm sorry. Did that come out wrong? It's 147
Wow.
Ramona, goddammit.
Wow.
She need to put on a few pounds. That's
Nah,
all.
don't be using that as an excuse. You like this all the time. It be 146 in the afternoon. I ain't trying to hear that.
Little muscle,
put some
just a
pads
little
in her
muscle.
shoe or something.
Yeah, you say put some bags.
Yeah,
in
she
it.
now. Hey, she needs some beans and cornbread. That's what she needs.
That's what she needs, some soul
Man.
food or something. Come on
All
over.
that soul food is not gonna make her grow inches.
You ain't.
No, she's 6'4". She don't need no inches. She needs
She
some
don't
weight.
need inches. She just
She need weight.
weight. That's all.
Oh, I thought
We
y'all
talking
said
about
she
weight.
was 6'4".
Yeah, we
No,
talking about weight.
6'4". We talking about weight.
She kind of like.
Who are y'all talking about?
Asia Sifka, bro. Stay up. Keep up, 6'3".
I think she fine though with her play style. She a tweener. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
if
she's small forward.
If she was a traditional forward, then I would see what y'all saying. She a tweener, so she look like
she
look like Phoebe.
She look like she ain't got a tap of muscle on her body. That's what she look like.
Phoebe don't either.
That's what I'm saying. She's Phoebe's body. Like they the same body type. I mean, just tall and lanky, but they slightly different. Like I said, Phoebe is a much better defender right now. But Asha, that's however they say her name.
Asha.
Asha. She's much better. She's better than Phoebe offensively right now. You could tell. But so she just have to see if she can develop into the defender that Phoebe is, but I don't think so because that's not something like with who Phoebe is something that you just have that. You either have it or you don't. So I don't think she's gonna get. So I think that's her biggest question mark is who. Like you got certain players. It's like who do they defend, right? Like just to your point, she don't have enough body, enough girth to really play the 4 and guard a 4, and she don't have the enough like shiftiness to really guard a 3 right now. So it's like, who does she really? Where does she really fit on the floor, right? Like, so it's like on the offensive side, her game translate. We know exactly who she is offensively, right? She's a power forward frame with small forward skill set. So we can see that. On the defensive side, I don't know who she gonna be able to defend for real. So she gonna have to like really work on that.
Yeah,
I think they over there drinking the Tyler Marsh Kool-Aid.
Oh Lord, not the Kool-Aid from Tyler Marsh.
Because he said, look what I did for in Vegas. I could do it here too.
Oh Lord.
I mean, but what if you can, Mo3? So the thing is, what if you can?
What if?
Okay, exactly. So answer. So what if you can?
I'll be high every day.
No. Answer the question. No. Answer the question. What if he can? What if Tyler Marsh, the developer, develops?
Man,
okay.
He did it
got
once.
real quiet, Mo.
Okay. Yeah, real quiet. Crickets. Where the cricket sound effects at, Brooklyn? I need that cricket.
I gotta figure out which one it is. Let me see. Oh, that ain't it.
Oh, that's not it. Crickets. Cricket.
Hey, this one kind of worked too, though.
What you saying? You high on the Kool-Aid?
Yeah, that kind of worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mo3?
It was weird.
You pushing the Tyler Marsh narrative too?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? If he can make it work, because if he can make it work, then yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
if he can turn Hailey Van Lith into a similar, I'm not saying the same, into a similar player as a Kelsey Plum, then yeah.
Hold on, Tyler Marsh.
Yeah, it's gonna take some work.
No, he didn't turn Chelsea Plum into that. She been that.
I didn't say he did. I said if he can. That's not what I said. I said if he can turn her into a developer, into a similar player. I didn't say he had nothing to do with Kelsey. I never said that. I said if he can develop her into a similar type player as Kelsey, then he succeeded.
But why I said that is because where has there been evidence of him doing that? I brought up the defense thing because there's evidence of him doing it at least once. Now you just
what are you talking about? He wasn't responsible for just Jackie Young. He also helped Asia Wilson win her game. He also helped Chasey Gray. Jackie Young was his special project from where she went. That leap she took, and you know what I'm saying, just after one season. That's what, you know what I'm saying, his star pupil, because he was like, hey, now do this. All right, now do this. Because she was clay, and he literally molded her into what she became. Asia, Chelsea, and the rest of them, he still helped them with their game and more stuff to their game because that's what he does. That's why he was so loved and more so prized, because it wasn't just one player. He did it with most of the team. He expanded their game. He didn't just take one player and took credit for it. It was multiple players.
He only refined what he had.
That's literally what I just said. It's literally what I just said.
Don't have.
It's literally what I just said.
Yo, I got a question for y'all. At some point during this season, do Hailey Van Lith take Vandersloot's job?
Yeah, when she
not after year one.
No.
Yeah, when she flies off into the bleachers one time and hurts her hip.
Like injury shit, yeah.
But other than that, no.
So what you saying can't well look, the fans can start calling. Look, they started calling for Kennedy Carter.
And I'm talking about listen, just to be clear, I'm talking about development, right? Like by like let's just say All-Star break or something. Hailey Van Lith is like she learned, like she's playing under, she learning, and she playing out of her mind. Can she take the job? That's what I'm asking.
Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't
Yes, she
deny that
can.
though. If she playing out of her mind, then you can't deny that.
Yes, she can,
It would have
Yeah.
to be more than just scoring. She'd have to be like a better distributor than Sloot.
Yeah.
If she's not, because that's what they brought Sloot there for, to distribute, get the ball into Camilla and Angel and whatever big is in there. Elizabeth. That's if Hailey comes in and starts doing it better than her, then yeah. But
And that's what I was asking. Is
I
that
don't think she's
possible?
gonna be able to do that. Hailey could put up 50 points, and I don't think they're still gonna make them start her, because that's not what they need her to do at that position.
Gotcha. I was just asking a question because we could flip it, you know. Angel
flipping on
Reese.
them.
No.
Flip mode style.
Just asking questions. Just asking questions. Angel Reese is our girl, right? Let's just say
Right.
she came in not starting, right? And we know what Angel Reese is capable of. Same thing with Anissa Murrow. What I just said in Connecticut, we know what Anissa Murrow is capable of, right? We know. Like, if you give it a minute, if you give it a time, what she can do, right? With Anissa Murrow, with an Angel Reese. So that's what I was asking. The same thing with a Hailey Van Lith, because we kind of already know the job is Van der Sloot's, right? This ain't no. She's coming in to come off the bench, but if she's playing out of her mind, like I said, if she's coming in because she's a lot younger. We all know. Listen, I'm not comparing. This is another thing that I hate too. When you start talking about these players, when certain people have certain love for players in their career, they hold on to that like it's the this is what I don't know what year it is, but this is whatever for Van der Sloot. So I'm just saying, what if Hailey comes in, right, and she learning, she watching Van der Sloot giving her the game, and she like, okay, and that's her vet, right? She learning from her vet, and she happened just because she's younger and have the legs to, she start playing better, right? That's what I was just asking. Is it possible for her to start the same way we know if Angel was playing behind somebody, how she could outplay them, the same way how we know Anissa could outplay the people ahead of her? I was just asking the same question about Hailey Van Lith. That's all.
Brooklyn. And if Van der Sloot started looking trash out there, the calls are gonna come.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you take a look, I do expect Van der Sloot to play better this year than she did last year, because she has a starting job, right? She's not playing behind a Sabrina Ionescu. She's not coming off the bench. So I do expect her to play better, but not that much better. If you go back and look at her seasons, like her last 3 or 4 seasons, her best seasons was the last season she was in Chicago, but it wasn't that. It was like 10-7. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that astronomical. So that's what I'm saying. Like, she's older, right? She can be outplayed. Like, maybe she won't be. Maybe, I'm saying. I'm saying possible. It's a possibility.
But it's a possibility.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she will be, but it's possible.
No, you're right.
Well, she could average less than. That's what I'm saying, though. She could average less than 10 points, and if she's still getting 7 assists, she's gonna have that starting job. If Hailey coming in and getting like 3-4 assists, that's not gonna cut it. Even if Hailey's scoring 20 points a game.
So let me read, because you keep telling me
like, yo,
Mo
you're gonna be our spark plug off the bench.
Mo 3, I agree with you, but you keep telling me was not gonna cut it. I'm asking you what will cut it. You get what I'm saying?
If she does, that's what I said before. If she does better than Sloot.
So what's better? So you said 3. You said 3 won't cut it. What cuts it?
If she's becomes a better playmaker, then
like, give me like a ballpark number is what I'm saying. You said 3 won't cut it, and I agree with you.
I said.
So I'm saying,
said
like, what cuts
I said it won't cut it if Sloot is getting 7.
Right, but
if they're both getting 3. And
let me ask you the question.
She's scoring 10 plus points, and Sloot is doing less than 10. She gonna get the job, because
I get what you're saying. I'm saying in a scenario, Sloot is getting a 10-7, right?
Yeah.
What does Hailey have to do? Like, what numbers? That's what I'm asking. What numbers will she have to put up?
The playmaking number is the most important one, so it has to be in either better, similar, or very, very close.
Give me a ballpark number that you would say she got.
I'm saying 12 and 8. I'm saying 12 and 8.
Say Sloot is getting 7, right?
10-7.
The minimum
10 and 7. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about just the points part is not as important as the playmaking number.
We get that. We just throwing 10 and 7 out
So
there.
if Sloot is getting 7 assists, then she would, at minimum, I think she would need to get like 5, and then she could make up the rest with her scoring. So say Sloot is getting 10 points. If she getting 15 and 5, I think she could take her job with Sloot getting 10 and 7.
Got you. And that was just a question. I'm not even thinking she's gonna take Sloot job or not. Again, like Lakeisha said, I'm saying what would have to be the circumstances for it to happen though. Like we watching this season is playing out, and we watching HVL come off the bench. Like somebody just said, it happened with Camilla last year. We watching HVL come off the bench and putting up these numbers, whatever these numbers are. What would those numbers have to be for us to say, okay, it's time for her to start now? The youth movement to take over. You get what I'm saying? Because right now she's there to learn under Vandersloot. Like we all okay with that. You coming off the bench, but if we watching somebody outplay, same thing like how we saw Camilla. I mean not Camilla. Kennedy last year, and we watching somebody just play so well. What would they have to be doing for us to be like, all right, it's time for you to, like, we need you to start now because of your play, because of your production. So that's what I was asking. So you answered it. So
all right, guys, I'm going to bed. I got a government job.
You ain't
nobody ask you all that. No, hey, you keep all that to yourself. Nobody ask you all that.
They call a government job.
And
a couple hours.
Take your old butt to bed. That's what you do. Take your behind to bed.
Listen, the only reason
I mean a government job.
Listen, only reason why I let it go on so long is I was having a good conversation, so that's why I was chilling. I'm like, let me let him rock. But it was
I ain't gonna be able to get up, roll out the bed. I ain't be like roll.
And take some Z-Quil. You take your butt to sleep. You be all right.
Like he sound like it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. He be sounding so bright.
Because I'm night shift. I just got off. Yeah, I'm night shift. I just got off.
Let me end it with this. So I'm disappointed that we didn't get Sarah Ashley Barker. I was looking forward to her being on the Sky, but I am happy that we did get HVL. I feel like she's gonna be good for the Sky. I feel like with her play style and the way she could score off the dribble, the way she could finish at the rim, the way she could finish over taller players, the chemistry she got with Angel, and the way she could play out a pick and roll. I feel like she helps the Sky, and she gives us a player that's creative on the perimeter to get her own shot. That helps the Sky. So I am happy with that pick. Like I said, I'm disappointed with some other picks we didn't get. But all in all, I'm not crash out. I'm not sad. I'm not happy, but I'm in a state of we got something valuable. So I'm good with that. With today's draft. And then we'll see what goes forward because we never know. It might be some trades, it might be some moves, or like we spoke about earlier, Lakeisha, maybe our question mark small forwards, maybe one of them step up. Right? We don't know. To Nate's point, maybe Asia Siska is a bright spot for us, and she, you know what I mean? So we just gotta wait and see. But we're gonna now. I think we all on the same page of maybe it wasn't exactly what we wanted, but we all gonna support. We still ready to support this team. Like we not jumping off the boat just yet, right? So
except for Quita, she bought her ticket first quarter.
You said what?
What you mean? What?
Ticket. She bought her ticket straight out of Chi-Town first quarter.
What you mean first?
What are you talking about? She bought her ticket one way to Connecticut. I don't know why she up here. Yes, Brooklyn. Nah.
What are you talking about?
She jumped ship. Brooklyn. She went to Connecticut.
No, I get what you're saying, but when you keep saying I don't know, you lost me. You say yes, Brooklyn.
Yeah, you lost me too.
You talking about Quita Love Sports, right? Quita?
No, I'm talking about Keisha.
Oh, yeah. Keisha.
You said Quita.
Yeah, you said Quita.
You said Quita, bro.
I said Quita.
Yeah, you said Quita.
He was all low. He was like,
we like, what?
I'm still in crash out. Mo3.
Nah, don't blame that on crash out, man.
I'm just telling you.
Your plane ticket was one way. Ain't no coming back.
Listen, man. No, you want to know what it is too, Lakeisha? So I've been working all day, and I actually I tuned into a couple shows just to see like
Man, he
what the
said
vibes
Quita.
is. But a lot of people was doing they draft. Like you said, I got a job, so I was at work. I got a government job. I was busy.
Yeah, me too.
I couldn't be on live all day. People was on live all day, giving their takes all day. And that's another reason why Lakeisha, when I came in here, I said, I'm gonna talk. This is my show. I'm gonna talk my shit because everybody got to talk their shit all day. Everybody was talking their shit all day.
didn't. I was at my government job.
Yeah, and I ain't talking about you. I ain't gonna name names, but I'm gonna just say a couple people. You know who I'm talking about, Lakeisha.
Yeah.
Some people was online all day talking their shit.
Oh, okay.
And I was
okay.
like, I can't wait to talk my shit when I get online. You know what I mean? So that's all
why
it
you
was.
was all jacked up.
Oh yeah. I was watching people all day make dumbass takes. Like what? What? I don't agree with that. Okay, wait till the perspective come on. We're gonna talk about how I feel.
No.
You know
Now, Mo3, you right. I did get on a plane to Connecticut to support my girl Anissa Morrow. I was like, what the shit is going on in Chicago?
I knew she was going to Connecticut.
When Barker went, I say, the hell with this shit, man.
Hey, Quita Love Sports wanted her too. Sarah Barker.
I was just like them people on that clip you gave, Brooklyn, that clip you let us in. Yeah. When they said, hey, Asha Sifka, I said, what the fuck is
But I tried to tell, like Brokaw said, I told y'all about a week ago. I said, I think this who Jeff gonna pick. About a month ago.
No, he said that. He said Brooklyn said that on his show. I said, I don't give a damn what Brooklyn said.
Yeah.
Jeff
I don't think it wasn't in the show though. It was in the chat. Y'all probably don't remember. Remember I posted up and y'all kept saying y'all don't know. I said I'm gonna post some videos in there, and y'all probably didn't watch them. I post out
because my main crash out is he's a liar and a cheat.
I need you to let it go, man. I need you to let it go.
Hey, listen, look at the bright spot. We got a lottery pick next year, hopefully. So
yeah,
and
we definitely got a lottery pick next year.
Next year gonna be a good draft. You can't go wrong next year.
What I said was, I think Jeff didn't really like. I mean, he liked the people in this draft. He cool with it, but he wasn't overly excited. Yeah. I think he gonna hold out to the next draft and try to get his
actual point guard. Yeah, either AG Floyd or Olivia Miles.
No. I was like, okay. Yeah. That's what I think.
Listen, I still rock with Tanaya Lotson, man. I think Tanaya Lotson better than both of them, in my opinion.
Better than Olivia. You talking about
yeah, Tanaya Lotson. Better. Yeah.
I really like that too.
Yeah.
I can rock with, I like
you know what it is?
Though.
You want to know what it is? So women's basketball is women's basketball play style wise is behind men's basketball, right? Women's basketball play style wise still feel like your point guard has to be the playmaker. That's why a lot of people was upset with Chelsea Gray and Unrivaled at first. Oh, she's shooting too much. Ain't she a point guard? Right? That's how people felt, right?
Yeah.
And it's like what people don't realize is, point guards could also be your best scorer too. You can still be a point guard and get everybody involved.
Doing some silly shit every now and again, now, Brooke.
I mean, no, but that happens.
Silly shit.
No, but Lakeisha, that happens in basketball. Like you're not gonna always be on every. You're not gonna always be on every day. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes you're gonna be missing shots. You're gonna be bricking. So that's all it is. But so somebody like Tanaya Lotson, with her volume of scoring, people don't understand that she's a point guard too. They don't understand that because they like, wait, she a shooting guard, right? No, she plays both positions. She can play point and she plays shooting guard. And the only reason why I know that is because I thought she was a shooting guard too, especially based off her numbers. But when you actually watched her on Florida State, she was the one initiating the offense. She was just the best scorer, so she would finish a lot. But she would also find her
South
teammates.
Carolina gonna play her.
They're gonna play her at the 2 because they have a Raven there. Right?
Yeah.
She didn't have a Raven at Florida State, right? But she got a Raven and stuff, so she's gonna play more than 2. But my point is, she could play both. Like, I'd rather the ball in her hands personally. It's similar to Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter played the 2 for us last year, but she was our best guard on the perimeter. So she would find Camilla. She would find Camilla a lot. She would find Angel a lot. You get what I'm saying? And then she would look for her shot too. But so she played really both positions for us last year, even though she was really the 2. Like that's where that's what she was on the roster, the lineup. She was at the shooting guard, but she was our best playmaker with the ball in her hands.
You know who Talia Latson remind me of? Isaiah Thomas. The way she plays. Because if you just look at the box score, you'd be like, oh man, that's a shooting guard. But then when you watch him play, you're like, wait, no, that's a point guard.
Yeah, it's a point guard. She a playmaker. She just happened to be the best scorer on the
team.
And that's why I want her, because again, to my unrivaled point, look how Angel is with Kennedy Carter. Look how Angel is with Chelsea Gray. And you could even say to a certain extent Alexis Morris, right? Angel likes those guards that can get a bucket, right? It brings the best out of Angel, because Angel could go do all the things she want to do now. And then when she rolls and you hit her, bang, Angel could score. So it's like she likes those guards that can get their own shot, right? So that's the type of guard we need. So that's why I like Talia Latson.
So I got a question that says, we talking about people taking people's spots. You think Asia Sims could take Michaela Onyenwere spot?
Possibly. It's well, the way she shoots the ball, it's possible.
Yeah.
She's one of the best shooters in this draft. Like I said, she's up
there.
Especially,
and she got the height. So
she's up there with the Aaliyah Nas. She's up there with the dude. Listen, now that we got her, Lakeisha, when you get a chance, look up her overseas. Look up her stuff so you can see
she's good.
We looked it up. My only problem with her
she only averaged 9 points.
I'm not talking about PPG. I'm talking about what she could do, like play style basically.
Oh yeah,
right. The way she moves, right. Just stop stat watching. I gotta watch the whole game.
No, I brought that up because that's all people was talking about. 9 points. You go to every channel I went to. 9 points. 9 points. I'm like, God damn. Is that all everybody's gonna talk about? The 9 points?
Right.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, I haven't watched her the past few months.
Right. So we just won.
I thought she would actually go higher.
So when I looked her up, what I saw that stood out to me, which I liked, is one, obviously she can shoot the ball, catch and shoot. So she has that ability. Then I see her dribble the ball up on a fast break and be able to make a pass to a teammate off the dribble at 6'4". So I'm like, okay, that's again, we talking about skill set. What can you and can't you do? So she's able to dribble the ball at 6'4" and make pinpoint passes through the defense to a teammate. That's good for a 6'4" player. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then she's able to stop and pop. She got the step back shot. Like, she's able to get to the rim and finish up. That's what I'm talking about, like skills. I'm not talking about how much she average or none of that. I'm talking about what can she do.
Yeah, but Brooklyn, she was doing that against high schoolers though.
Nah, she was doing that against.
Listen, that's not what I'm saying. That's what they saying.
Nah, that's not true.
That's what they
she was doing. She was doing that against
different panels and
they didn't do their research.
They didn't do their research.
Why you think I don't be in them chats? How often you see me in them chats? Because I'm proud of
she's been a pro since she was 13.
You make enough take. That's why I don't listen. I'm not gonna name no names, chat. I ain't gonna name no names. But y'all keep listening. Y'all keep listening to these people if y'all want to. A lot of these people that's on these chats don't know what the fuck they talking about. That's why I don't go in their chats no more. Like I just do it myself. You know what I mean? I don't got nothing against nobody. I'm still cool with everybody. But it's only so much I can hear bad takes where because I don't listen, you know me. I'm gonna tell you, I disagree with that. I disagree. There's only but so much I'm gonna be in somebody's chat telling them I disagree to the point where I'm gonna just stop coming around. Listen, I'm gonna just be on a perspective with 80s, baby. You get what I'm saying?
I just go there to laugh. You know what I'm saying? When they make some stuff and they just make me laugh. It cheers me up.
Asia, she played on they play against the world, like they play against each other. She plays on what's the team? It's not it's Slovenia, right?
Yeah.
So she plays on Lithuania. I think it's Lithuania. She one of them teams. She plays, so they play against each other, like against different countries. And then the other team she plays on, I think it's called Tarbet or something. Tarbet or something. I gotta look it up.
I don't know. I gotta go.
That's their team overseas.
I was just like the people on the video you pop. Who the hell?
And then she played in the U19 Olympics or something like that over there. The U.
She only 19.
the U17 Olympics or something like that. I forgot what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, she was a pro at 13.
Yeah,
Playing against pro players.
that's why when they were saying high schoolers, I'm like, bro, high schoolers be pros over there.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
whoever said all that bugging. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
what they be
Clowns.
They ain't do they
Like Brooklyn said, they'd be clowns. Yeah.
They thinking like overseas is over here, and when they don't realize that it's different, it's totally different over there.
Yeah.
It is, but it's not the same brand of ball, y'all. Let's keep it a buck now.
Yeah. Nah, it's not the same brand of ball.
It's not the
But
same
it's,
brand
I mean,
of ball.
it depends on what
it's
you.
like
It depends on what you mean. The best league is here, so let's be clear.
Yeah.
But our 14, 15, 16-year-olds ain't playing against pros. They are. You
That's
get
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying? So when like even when you take a player like Luka on the men's side, why you think Luka's so good in it? And then also the player's more physical.
People was glazing Brooke talking about she was like she the lady Luca. Stop that shit, man.
Yeah. That.
Well,
Yeah,
I never said that.
That was a little overboard.
There was people talking
I
about
never said that, but you want to know why? But do you know why they say that? Because they from the same country. That's all.
Yeah, Slovenia.
It's almost why they call Malanga the female Wnba. She don't play like Wnba, but it's propaganda because they from the same country. So it gives you like it's just saying that Malanga's nice at. If you look at Malanga and you don't think about Wnba, you can see what makes Malanga nice. But if you take a look at Malanga and you compare to Wnba, you're gonna be like they not the same. You get what I'm saying? So she definitely not Luka. But that don't mean she trash.
And Jeff P called her a developmental pick. Tyler Marshall's gonna develop her. She's not ready quite yet.
Now that makes sense why he picked her, because I was confused.
Yeah.
If they picked her to develop her, then okay. Because if you look at her, the skill set she has, it looked like it could be dangerous or it could be a bust too. Like, you know what I mean? It could go either way. So if they picked her to develop her and that was their goal, then okay, I could get with that.
And she played against older players after competing on a pro team in France last season. So because she just turned 18, so she probably just now trying to. I don't know how it is overseas, but they say she just was on a pro team in France.
Yeah.
They got a write up on the Chicago
she's
Sky
only
website.
18?
She's only 19 now. Yeah,
19.
She's young.
19. I was gonna say 18. She can't come over.
Yeah, she's young. She's 19.
Yeah, but she's good. No, don't let people, like a lot of people. Again, the thing we just Americans, and the time difference is so different. We don't really have a chance to see these girls. Like for instance, they just won the championship just like 2 or 3 days ago. I was gonna do a video on it, but I didn't. But ain't nobody over here talking about it because we didn't know, right? People over here don't know. They just won the championship over there with the team that Brianna Jones from the Dream.
Yeah.
The team she on, ZVVZ, whatever, just won a championship.
Don't try to do it. And we don't
no, but my point is we don't know like what's going on overseas. So then we try to analyze it in a quick little, 20 minutes of research we do, and we think we know. It's like it's going to take you more time to really research these girls and understand what they're doing overseas and doing some quick research.
And be honest with y'all guys, clips is cool, but I need to see the game.
Yeah,
and that's why pick out their best plays and put a clip reel together.
Exactly, they ain't telling you nothing. And to your point, Lakeisha, that's why I'm saying, you probably didn't hear me say. I said early in the show, I need to see it in action. I know what I saw, what my eyes saw. Okay, it looked like she could do this defensive. Like I can't even say what her defense is yet until I see her in the W. I gotta see her. I gotta see what she do, and then I could say, okay, she a little slow footed. Okay, she can't.
She is playing this season. Right, she is playing this season.
So I gotta see that before I could really make my assessment on her. That's why I don't know how to feel about the pick yet. If she come over here and she really fit in, okay, it's a good pick. I like it. Then she come over here and she one of those can't really defend the 4, can't really defend the 3, right? Could shoot, but not really making enough to impact the game. Then it's like a terrible pick. So it's like I really got to see it in action. To be honest with you, because like you said, we seen it overseas, but we don't know what that competition is like compared to the W. And we know this is everybody know that this is the toughest league. Like,
Yeah, you
know
can
what I'm
get
saying?
cooked over here for real.
There you
For
go.
real.
There you go. Gabby Williams
Yeah.
looked like Superwoman in France.
In
get
the
what I'm saying?
Olympics, right? Yeah. They came over here, and you like, oh, okay, you a regular, you regular in the
You
W.
regular
Regular over
degular.
here.
So
Yeah.
you got to see it. So,
All right,
but I do like the Hailey Van Lith pick though.
I know you do because you keep saying it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it, Lakeisha. I'm excited to what she bring, like the play, what she did, because I'm picturing what she did at TCU, like the pick and roll. She could, that's gonna trans. She could do that here. You get what I'm saying?
That's another thing they were saying. They were saying like, oh, I don't know why people keep saying she was doing pick and roll. She good at pick and roll. That's not the offense they was running. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
was.
I don't want to say no names.
Never
but
mind.
I'm just saying. I was thinking to myself, do these people even watch these games? Because I watched a lot of TCU games, and that's what I saw. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's the offense.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the one thing I learned about a lot of people is people care more about being right than adding to the conversation of women's basketball. You get what I'm saying? So it's like even right now, we building. Nobody is like trying to make sure that my take is louder than your take. Like nobody's doing that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they get on these things, they just want they take to be the right. You want to know another thing I hate too? And that's why I try not to do it so much. I shut up. You know, today I talked my shit because I was just like, I'm talking my shit today. But I hate when people be like, I said that. And it's like, okay, so fucking what? You said it. Like people want to like really like be right all the time. And it's like, okay, you said it. You get what I'm saying? I understand why we did it today because that's what, you know, people talking their shit today. But I'm talking about just on a daily basis. A lot of people be holding on to shit they said like it's like important. It's like your dog. So
and people like me,
who
I
gives a
might
fuck?
I forgot an hour later. I don't even know what shit I said.
I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm pretty sure I do it some. I did it today fast, but I don't do it. I don't do that a lot. Like, you know what I mean? I don't be because it be listen, I'm gonna keep it a thou while with you. Even KSAP said it. There's been times where I did say some shit and other people, it took them a while, and now other people saying it, and I fall back and chill. I don't be like, yo, I'm the first one who said it. I don't do that. But I know it like deep down in my heart. I'd be like, oh, he was saying this something different 2 weeks ago. Now all of a sudden, this how he feel today. Okay, whatever. Like that's how I be feeling inside. I don't be coming out and saying that shit. But it's been plenty of times where I done said some shit that somebody else end up saying, even after they was disagreeing with me about it a few weeks ago. But now they saying they acting like it's they take. It's like, all right, whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was my take. I said that. Okay.
Hey man.
Yeah, they saying De'Erica Hamby might be pregnant again. I don't know if y'all saw her dress. She was like she was trying to hide her stomach.
Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, hold up, she's pregnant? But I don't think
so. No De'Erica Hamby, no Cameron Brink.
Listen, Hamby looked like a little freak. I don't think
so though, because she was talking about like
she
really want to play and all this stuff. I don't think so. By the way she was talking.
Okay.
But hold on, man. Isn't this show supposed to be over?
Yeah, we got.
That's what I was about to do.
Let me say this real quick.
Oh, here goes Nate talking about he got to say something real quick.
No, I was just trying to say what I saw about Sivka. It said Jeff Pagliocca said the Sky had really good pre-draft conversation with Sivka. Still an ongoing conversation about her coming to the WNBA this year. He said we drafted her because we want her to play here. So hopefully sooner rather than later because she's got a chance to be special. So I guess they still trying to negotiate. Her coming over this year. They want her to play with now. So
and she don't want to. That's why they got her ongoing situation.
She don't know. Yeah, she don't know if she's ready or not. So
yeah. Moving on. Let's go to bed. I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
You know, take your old behind the bed. Take your old behind the bed.
Yo, listen, it was a great show.
To the US.
Listen, we had a great show. I want to appreciate everybody that came through on the panel, everybody who rocked with us in the chat, everybody who hit the like button, anybody who subscribed today. I want to say thank you.
Allegedly.
I talk women's basketball. My name is Brooklyn, baby, and I want everybody to have a blessed night. You heard? And if you
I'm
didn't,
sorry, I was looking
if you
at the
didn't
chat.
already, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Boy, you a hot mess. Let that man land his plane.
I was
Jesus
just
Christ.
saying allegedly.
How you talking during the outro?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
We
Because